Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. It is Friday. We made it through another week. North American stock futures back to the downside here. We were slightly higher. We've since reversed back into negative territory once again following the U.S. Federal Reserve's bank stress test results out after the close yesterday. Not good for some banks, basically. There are signs pointing to problems in the banking sector when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic and capital issues. We'll get to that coming up. Banks to the downside as a result this morning. We're also watching some retailers. Gap, big pop in the pre-market here on news. They're teaming up with Kanye West to develop a new line. We're watching Nike shares sharply lower after earnings after market yesterday. We also have a number of vaccine-related stocks that are moving around once again this morning. Big news for that Vaxart, VXRT, sharply higher so far in the pre-market. We had it on the list yesterday. They pushed it back a day, but Albertsons IPO coming up today, ACI on the New York Stock Exchange. Something to look forward to on a Friday. It is Friday, June 26, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. There's a look at Asian markets from the overnight session throughout the APAC region. Bit of a mix showing here. You can see both markets in China to the downside, everything else sharply higher. We'll go over to Europe and have a look at how things are shaping up. Nice gains right across the board here for European markets heading into the weekend. Let's have a look at North American futures here. Yeah, back to the downside here. Top to bottom, red numbers to start the day. S&P, the Dow, the NASDAQ, all in negative territory. TSX as well. Brazil's open already. You can see crude oil at the bottom there, 1.24% to the downside. Gold's pretty flat. Heading towards the weekend. We have some interesting developments around here this morning, guys. We have to have a bit of a serious conversation with those joining us today. We've been given a task by our producer. If you might have noticed when we opened the show here, I have a friend joining me at the desk this morning. Yeah, there he is. This will just
leave it up.
This will just be me for the day. We have been given a task. We are within 1,000 subscribers, guys, of 50,000 subs on this YouTube channel. So if we get to 50,000 subscribers today, that, Robbie, is our reward. Guys are sleeping. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, that's going to be our reward. If we get to 50,000, guys, please help us get to 50,000, or our producer is going to take our good friend the bottle home and have it on the weekend, and we will get nothing. So that is our task for today. Help us out. Hit subscribe if you're joining us for the first time. Welcome. We appreciate everyone who has already done so. We love doing the show. We love bringing it to you every day. Lots to get to today, guys. Obviously, the market's still a thing heading towards the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I stepped in front of a train on VXRT that we're going to talk about. Already took a hit in the pre-market, so, you know, what better way to hit a few wins off the open, feel a lot better about ourselves, and actually have some champagne after. Look, we love our producer. You know, he's an absolutely fantastic guy, but I know you guys want us to enjoy that bottle of champagne. I mean, come on, let's be serious about this. Let's have it here on the show. I think we can get there absolutely today, and I know it's going to be a wild Friday with all the gappers, with the IPOs, Russell rebalancing coming in. It's going to be an exciting show, and I can't think of a better way to top it off at the end of the show than getting us to that mark. Certainly we'll see what happens, but it should be a fun and interesting Friday, Sean.
I mean, we need 900 subscribers. So I think we can do it. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But yeah, join us, guys. Today it's gonna be rocking and rolling. We sent out the watch list. It's a big one today. We do have Gap moving. I just tweeted that out as well over Kanye West and their Yeezy line coming through. So Gap moving up on our unbalanced locator. VRTX. You just talked about that. IBIO, INO. Luckin Coffee apparently now. We're going to throw back to Brandon. What up, buddy?
Guys, big dump here on Luckin shares. They have withdrawn their appeal for delisting from the NASDAQ. So we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. The NASDAQ notified them of delisting. They were going to appeal that decision. They have now said they are withdrawing that appeal. So 23% to the downside here on that news for LK, guys. Obviously going to be one to watch here.
Yeah, it goes without saying, just going to make sure we get those locates in there. I mean, forget about any of the levels that I had when you already just dropped 75 cents off a $3 move to the downside on Luckin Coffee. So we're going to definitely be involved with this one. Only 1.5 million shares. I think it's going to do a heck of a lot more than that and still give us plenty of opportunity. When you go back to where we were bottoming out, it got as low as like $1.25 initially when it got when it got back off that halt. So plenty of room to the downside. Watch for that $2. See if it can hold that at least off the open.
All right, guys, 798, the updated number. 798 subscribers to 50,000. So help us out today, and we get a nice reward at the end of the show. If not, again, our producer's going to take it home and have it on the weekend, which is going to be very sad for all of us. Before we get going here this morning, let's go over to the desk and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone. Guys, sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, so we can popping champagne and cheering for our beautiful trading community. I can see this bottle from here, it looks very nice. So guys, please help us and subscribe to this channel. Let's have fantastic last day of the week. I'll see you later. Back to Brandon.
All right, guys, there it is. Yeah, it's sitting to my left here at the desk so far. I get to stare at this lovely bottle over here all morning long. Let's jump into things here, guys. Luckin obviously just popping up here, 25% to the downside. Already, yeah, 220, just bouncing off of 220 at the moment. Huge volume. Again, the news, if you're just joining us, they've withdrawn their appeal of the decision from the NASDAQ to delist their shares. So looks like that is going to happen at some time, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think we knew it was coming anyways, but yeah, we got to wait to see here on the shares. It's going to need to be a pay for short, so we'll get those on. And I mean, look, there's going to be no levels to look at. We've already talked about. I mean, this just came out of nowhere, so you're going to see me looking at this live with you guys right now. 140 to the downside. What is this level here? 274. I mean, none of these are going to matter. I'm just looking at the daily to see if there was any kind of support down here. 230, obviously a big level to be reached right there. And I think we just short through the bottom here, 225. Look, just because they dropped, I mean, I have no idea. This just happened. But just because they dropped the requirement here, the request for a NASDAQ hearing, it doesn't necessarily mean that the stock is over. I mean, they could stay above the dollar mark and stay, listed. And I'm not sure exactly about the delisting requirements for this particular case, but I do know that there was some fraudulent actions there. The stock probably is worth nothing when it did reopen back up. I think it touched $1.30, I guess, on the low side. So yeah, down here, what is that low? $1.40. So yeah, we could see that again today. I'm just gonna wait. I will go short, but it needs to take out 220. And then once it does that, then we'll hold it. And it looks like it just bounced off 235. So we'll use that kind of a range for now, but only be going short.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at from Wednesday. It looks like 250 bottom could be interesting as well. If we ever break to the upside past 230, let's have a look at that level. Just kind of going back to see whatever you can find, but I'm going to stay only one direction here, similar to Hertz.
Let's go to Gap, the other one a little bit late to the party this morning. GPS up here 15% now, struggling with $12 it looks like at the top. But yeah, the news, they're teaming up with Kanye West to develop a new line, I guess, associated with Gap. So this is pretty positive, I guess, for Gap.
Right now, we just got into Luckin. We just took some out. We're short right there, 218, I believe. We just took some out, 212 on the bid right now. So hopefully this thing does come all the way down here and we'll get out. But big win already right now. Short 218 on LK, waiting for the bottom to come through. But Gap, okay. Let's have a quick look at that one for you guys. Yeah, look, Kanye West is back in the building. So this stock today will be that roller coaster ride that we're all expecting when, I think it was Kim Kardashian, his wife, stepped into Cody, and we saw what happened to that stock. And now you have Kanye into this one, Gap. GPS $12 to the top side there. We'll have to just see what it wants to do. Let's check out the daily here. All of this just came through, right? So 12.17. What is this? 12.50. Maybe take a 12.50 break. But let's just see how the money comes through here. Look at this, guys. Wow, 20 cents, 10% return already on Luckin, guys. So yeah, we've done this. We talked about it. We just needed the short. There it goes through $2, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, I just got the short now, a little bit too late there. Certainly, I like the short at every price in front of 250. We're going to continue to be short this time. I didn't see anything on the daily until like 140 is a level. When it comes to Gap, we're going to be looking at this one as well, but it's going to be more of a strength play. 1220 is a level. 1186 from Wednesday. Check that Tuesday was a bit of a top, so that could be secondary resistance point. On any kind of a pullback, 1125 is a level that I'm watching here over on GPS.
All right, guys, let's go to Nike news aftermarket. Yesterday, the earnings not good. They reported their first quarterly loss in 2 years, obviously pandemic related. Foot traffic in stores non-existent. They did say online digital sales up 60+% for the quarter. However, the loss much wider than expected, obviously, for the quarter. So back below $100 here was a bit of a pivot yesterday throughout the session. $100 even right in the middle there. You can see we're trading below 98, in fact, this morning.
Yeah, I'm just tweeting about Luckin here, Neil, if you want to take this.
No, that's no worries. Nike here, honestly, there was a lot of chatter that it would be decent earnings, and they'd actually made a nice move on the daily into their highs, just a couple of weeks ago. And then we're starting to fall off, but still in an upward trend. So, this miss obviously caught a lot of people off guard here. I know there's people that are bullish. I actually saw a price target raise. At the same time, for me, I was looking at 95 as the first level of support, and the only thing I'll probably do in terms of buying in Nike is look to see if there's a kind of dip in there and hold the 95 range. This is just 15 minutes, so you can see the entire week. Don't usually throw that one up for you. I still maintain 102.50 as an important resistance point if it ever gets there, possibly even next week. So in terms of that for Nike, 95, 95.50 or so. 98 is a big pivot point. That was the bottom yesterday. It's literally going to open up right there. So I don't love it opening right up on a pivot. I want to see it trade away, make an opening range, and then we'll get involved in Nike, guys.
Yeah, the funny thing is there, I just tweeted that out about Luckin, guys. Big win already. We're already very nicely in the money here on that one. 98. I wrote down 98.50. They did catch an upgrade. I don't know if you mentioned that, Brendan, about JP Morgan. That's in our notes there as well. So Nike catches an upgrade somehow. So we'll see 3.39%. A lot of the problems I was hearing were like shipping related and things like that. So we're going to wait to see. There's not too much confidence right now in the retail sector, but we know that Nike, doesn't have a problem getting products to the end spot. So once Foot Lockers start opening up and things like that come through, then I think Nike's going to be right there back where it needs to be. So I'm looking at 98.50 as a possible breaking spot. But I think what Neil was mentioning there, let's just wait to see. It's in a range, and it's not worth taking anything out of that range. Let me just quickly, Brendan, because we always do check our imbalance locator before we go back. I know it's a busy day today, but HCR, we'll see about that stock. There's your ACI. Albertsons coming to IPO today as well. So there you go. ACI, 400,000 shares, and Gap rocketing. Gap was not even anywhere near here. So looks like there'll be some excitement on that stock, guys.
All right, guys, speaking of JP Morgan, raising their price target on Nike to 118 from 104. But yeah, let's talk about the stock. JP Morgan to the downside, along with all of the banks this morning following the Federal Reserve stress test results. Not good. They said hold off on share buyback programs, keep dividends at status quo until the end of the third quarter this year, at very least. So the language pretty cautious, I guess, coming from the Fed aftermarket yesterday. So JPM here down 2.3%. I mean, we can look at really any of these. Goldman, BAC, they're all to the downside today.
Yep. My favorite one here is WFC today. So we'll look at Wells Fargo. This is the most beat up stock out of all of the banks. This can't be good news for them. It's pausing dividend, buybacks, dividends, whatnot. It's not a great look for these banks. So we're going to wait to see what does happen right here on WFC. I wrote down $26 as a key level. If you come down into the daily chart, we bounced off 26 right here. We bounced off it. Well, we didn't bounce. We crushed it the other day through it. But 26, that's kind of the top here. We just hovered around. The reason why I'm picking 26 is I don't think you have much damage to worry about on the upside. So you do have the 50 period moving here at 27. So look, if you take 500 shares or something like that on WFC at 26, I don't think you have to worry about it coming even back up here to 27. So I think the risk is well worth it there for anybody looking to trade. There is this little top here that's been made, 26.70. It does bounce off there yesterday as well. So I'm looking at WFC and I'm looking at $26. And I believe I saw it on you. There it is right there. It's the largest bank right here by number of shares on the sell side imbalance. So I think the market might be with us on this one. I'm looking at WFC. Neil, any banks for you today?
Yeah, I was looking at JP, just a 96.50 pivot, sort of going back into a couple of sessions ago. Nice hard bottom there, break down on Thursday at that same, Wednesday at that same price. A little bit of pivot back and forth, yesterday's action through 96.50. So that would be like a first area of resistance, I would say. In terms of JP Morgan, if I was going to see any strength here, certainly you could try a little breakout trade. I don't love breakouts in the banks. I think you're probably better off buying a dip on weakness if you really wanted to be bullish. But I'm looking to see if we can't use that one for an initial short trade on JP Morgan. I don't think on this Friday, with all this news, that I'm likely to be in position on one of these banks in the first 30 seconds or the first minute. Not usually a good idea. So probably stay away for a couple of minutes and then look to see how we've progressed from that 96.50 level on JP Morgan.
All right, guys, we were seeing a little bit of relative strength early going this morning with the cruise operators. They were in positive territory in the pre-market. They've since come back down to basically break even to slightly lower. They've had quite a week, obviously, to the downside. The resurgence in cases of COVID-19 throughout certain states in the U.S. really providing more negativity for the cruise lines today. I just brought up NCLH here back to the downside. Now we're negative again. $16 here was a big level yesterday as far as resistance goes, but you can see we got as high as $16.70 early on this morning, but a lot of these starting to fade these gaps higher, guys.
Yeah, I like, I'm going to stick with CCL. You know, I've been crushing that one lately, and part of it is stick with what you know, and I think they all move very, very similar. CCL, Norwegian, there's a bunch of them. We don't have to keep going over them. Royal Caribbean, of course, is the other one. Okay, 1650. I did love the 1650 when we did come in. They were strong. Look at them. Look at them cruise lines. We talk about this all the time on the show. Relatively strong as opposed to the market. The market is down 0.3% today. Cruise lines up. We just hit another one there on Luckin, so there it goes. We'll talk about that as the market opens, but I'm still short here, $2.20. Here's Luckin. 1650 to the top side, and believe it or not, I like this 1550 level. This is 1560. We could get down there today. Not sure. It's Friday. Not sure what the market will want to do. We do have the Russell rebalance coming at the close today. Should be increased volume at the open as well due to that. So I'm going to leave CCL alone. Nothing again, guys, on the imbalance locator. So I'm going to let this one settle down. I'm not taking a trade in the first couple minutes. There's so many more, opportunities out there, to say the least. Let's go, Joey G. I see you there. We'll take that on ZOM. So we will look at that in a minute. But right now,
popped up on that on the Robinhood track for sure.
Oh, did it?
So ZOM's been. I was looking at that one. It's like number 3 on the ad in the last 24 hours. So definitely worth a look. When it comes to CCL, I wouldn't be afraid to jump into something on a pop up to 17 quarter. 16.25 and 16 are also good levels as well, guys. So I'm going to be watching CCL again. Not necessarily off of the open. Not with Luckin and XSRT, and even ZOM as well is going to certainly be in play off that open. Good look, Joey G.
Already 9:18, guys. Let's keep going here. Space, Virgin Galactic, they completed their second successful glide test flight in New Mexico yesterday. The next step for Virgin going to be jet-powered test flights coming up later in this month. They're still, guys, targeting the end of the summer to begin commercial operations. So Space here, Virgin, a recent high flyer, up about 5%, still holding this $16 area.
Oh, yeah. This one's been a crazy one. I mean, we've been talking about this one. It was up near $18 on Monday. I did like this one. Look at LK, guys. Still crashing down. Big win here. We're starting the day off right today. But SPCE is the one we're talking about right now. And Virgin Galactic, look, I wrote down here 1650 again. These are just tops. Like, I just don't want to get involved right now into something that I'm not sure where this thing's going to go. There's going to be a lot of volume here. There's a little big not big, but 20,000 bids sitting there. We know it's on the imbalance locator as well. This seems like good news. If the Robinhood traders want to get involved with space, we know that this one can shoot into the space. So right now, the daily chart, not much to look at. It's actually pretty sad. This is why I like the name, though, because it's going to coil up here and take off one way or the other. It seems like there's more good news than bad. So we like it. This little 50-period moving average is at 1670. So we'll look to take that out. But 1650 on the top side will be my order going in probably right now. And then we'll just see what happens with only 10 minutes to go, guys.
Yeah, I just want to quickly get to that ZM stock, guys, for you. I sort of reiterate the same thing. When you get a coil up action on something like a Virgin, you're going to want to see it break. It's been a very steady race on ZM. Just looking at the daily chart here, it's not going to tell you a gigantic story, but certainly it's going to be a little bit more interesting. Sorry, wrong stock.
Yeah, that's ZOM. Yeah.
My quote board is like absolutely ridiculous. I cannot get anything added to it. I'll have to come back and see if I can't fix it because this is insane. I have added it 3 times and can't get it on my quote board.
All right, guys, we'll keep going here. Facebook, worth a look here this morning, guys, gapping to the downside. They had Verizon, the latest company added to the list of companies pulling advertising from Facebook platforms, both Facebook and Instagram. So ad revenue obviously going to be hurt by this, just over a lack of movement on Facebook on their part when it comes to removing hate speech from these platforms. So Facebook a little bit under pressure here today, down about 1%. 233 might be interesting here.
Yeah, you can't. I don't want to. I mean, you don't want to poke the bear here, and that's what sort of was happening with Facebook. And look, there's been a lot of backlash. There's a few different companies. If you got our watch list, make sure you check that out. But there's been a few companies that have been a little bit skeptical about Facebook and their takes on some of these political issues that have been going down. So Facebook, 232 to the bottom. Look, this is still a COVID name, man. They have Facebook shops. They have a lot of different interesting opportunities here for small businesses and whatnot. I love Facebook. You can see how this stock has reacted since the bottom here, 140 up. What is this, up 70% or so from the bottom. We did top out at 243. Now we're bouncing around. We're still in this little area, man. 240 break, 225 down. So we're right in here. There's really nothing on the daily chart. You did stop out here at 232.60. That's right where we are right now, 232.60. So I kind of like this break of 232.50 on the downside here.
Yeah, I actually had only written down 232. Joe, I'm going to give you my thoughts there. I just threw it into the chat for you. But I want to make sure, because we only have 8 minutes left to go here, that we get to Facebook. The only thing I was looking at today, and I kind of came in with a bearish sentiment. I don't know if it's just a Friday thing or whatever it might be. But I was watching 232 and I looked at the daily chart, giving it some room to fake me out on the actual pre-market low. Yesterday, when I used the pre-market low on INO, it ended up being the wrong price for me. So I'm going to wait a little bit deeper on Facebook to see how far it can go. And we'll get to INO in just a little bit because it's on the move as well today. Yeah,
let's talk about VaxArt, guys. VXRT, 73% higher this morning, holding $11 here as far as support is concerned. They announced a new combination to further their development and manufacturing of their COVID-19 vaccine. That said, vaccine has also been added to the U.S. government's warp speed operation as far as coming up with a vaccine. So that's obviously a good thing. I mean, anything called warp speed can't be bad, right? So VXRT, big pop here, guys, in the pre-market.
I can't wait for it to get added to Space Force or whatever that new thing is there.
Overrated.
But no, VXRT, look, for me, it's going to be the exact same thing, rinse and repeat every single day. I kind of feel a little bit like, I don't know, not that this is rocket science or anything, but if it takes out the top, you got to go long. And when you do go long VXRT, it's going to be at $12. It is bunching up right now. This short is, I know Neil will probably be talking about the short, but the short right now looks like it might be a thing. It's bouncing off 1073 a little bit. It could break this. You do get some bunched up here at 10. So look, if I was long right now, I'd be getting the heck out of the way of this one, because there it comes right there, breaking through. There's a lot of liquidity on this name. There's only 7 minutes to go. I'm going to wait for 12 to break. But yeah, man, if you're in this right now, it's looking like it's going to collapse, in my opinion. It tried to break 12 2 or 3 times. Now it looks like it's coming downside. You do have this little support here at 10. So if you're long and you're waiting for that home run, I would be bailing. I would be bailing now, but if you're still holding it, you still have this little bunch up at 10 that could give you some support there.
Yeah, I mean, as that broke, I was going to sit here and tell you guys to short that little bottom. That's what I'm first looking at right here, that sort of 1075 area. You can give it, because it's only 5 minutes to the open, you don't give it as much room as you wanted to till about that 12 even. I think that's a little bit reckless here, but you can give it to about 1125, certainly for a first shot at the short. I actually think there's a decent shot at the open if it takes out 25 here, because it's sort of double barrel action news yesterday, and then of course this morning. You can maybe get a scalp trade into 12 even as well. So first short is going to be a tight stop. I tried shorting this on the way up, got run over, caught some on the way down that was a lot better. So I feel like if you're with the momentum after the turn, it's always going to be better. And you almost want to see it test $12 one more time here and fail. So this short, tight stop, 1125. And then the next one will probably dig in a little bit deeper if it tests and fails at 12, guys.
A few more to get through here this morning, guys. Apple announced more store closings back to the downside this morning. IBIO, I'm going to talk about in a few minutes here. Exobionics moving again this morning to the upside. That was that huge mover from yesterday. They announced FDA approval for one of their products. And also Albertsons. I'm going to have Albertsons ACI up on a level 2, so we'll know exactly when it starts trading. Let's get a look at the overall market before we go anywhere else and see what Arun is looking at as far as the futures are concerned so far this morning. Busy Friday, Arun. What's the plan? What are you looking at? How are the levels setting up so far?
Yeah, you know, for yesterday's consolidation breakout that we were identifying around that 55 area to be careful with, yeah, we've clearly gone above it. So now coming back in, I'm looking at 30.35. If we get into that 55 area from yesterday, which was the high around yesterday, going down all the way up to 35. 30.35 is the level I'm going to keep an eye on. If we get below 55 or even around the 60s, if I can see some buying around here, I'm willing to step in on the long side. On the upside, though, I am going to hesitate to put that level. I know it's bounced off these 80s multiple times. I'm not going to put a level up there just because there's some action from a couple days ago that's kind of concerning. So I would rather not put a level there and just kind of trade it based on the movement as we get through there. Because once I identify a level, I'm going to want to trade with it. But that 80 levels is kind of a murky for me. So I'm not going to mark it off. I'm just going to look at that 30.35 to look for some longs. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, we got that second rebalance coming, right? Last week was S&P. Today is the Russell. I'm just off the top of my head, I've got about 8.5 million shares in Microsoft, which is a top weight. So some buy bias to start with. We'll see how much gets done throughout the day, but there is going to be some action in these big index names towards the end of the day. So again, volatility at the end of the day, expect it. Just be smart around how you play these big names. As well as today is not even just the big names, it's all the names, right? All those mid caps, small caps, all of them are in play today because the Russell 1000 all the way up to the Russell 3000 is in play. So keep that in mind, be careful. And for now, I'm just going to work with this 30.35 and we'll see how this plays out.
Great stuff. Yeah, great stuff. Thanks so much, Arun. Speaking of the Russell imbalance, here's one that is going to be included in that IBIO being added to both the Russell 2000 and the Russell 3000 at the end of the day today. So up on that, remember they had news earlier in the week involving IBM Watson Health when it comes to COVID-19 vaccine. So $3 up here, offers in front of $3 so far. We're already, back to the downside below 250, but IBIO, another one, guys, to look at heading towards the open here.
Yeah, we just...
Yeah, that 1125 broke reversal and then did just fail at 12, guys. So basically exactly what you're looking for. It, although never got to 12 even, it only got about as high as when I saw it, about 70s or so. So that's not as good a test as I'd like to see. I want to see if it tested at the open to be way more confident in that little double barrel top.
Guys, we could already be hitting fruit salad time because we're up and we're monstrous already today, guys. Look at Gap. Look at Gap. We're long. $12 break. It's at $12.34 right now. It's ringing the register time, baby. Look at Gap straight to the upside. So there it is already feeling like this on a Friday. It's pretty good. Let's go Superman style right now. We've got LK. That's been a monster winner for us. And I'm almost out of that one as we go. We were getting some out at 2 as we realized that it was bouncing back up. And then Gap to the upside, gapping right now. So nice little trade there. $12.30. This is already a 30 30-cent winner on board right now on Gap. We're half out because obviously the market hasn't opened, so let's take an advantage of this move up. But guys, follow me on Twitter, all over Twitter if you guys haven't been yet. I tweeted this Kanye story out. We tweeted this Luckin story out, gave you guys levels and everything. Follow me at Trader TV. Sean, what up, Brandon?
Real quick, guys, updating on that Gap story. The deal not including sneakers, so just clothing, no sneakers involved in the Gap deal, guys.
Adidas ain't giving those sneakers up, that's for damn sure. But Yeezy is in the building right now, so everybody hide your wife, hide your kids. It is Kanye in the building once again. So there it is, nice little logo there, or GIF, or whatever those things are called. Thank you to our lovely production team. VXRT gonna take off the top as well. Go GPS, 40-cent win right now, Luckin pounding it as well. What a great morning to start with, guys.
Yeah, one more to get to before we run to the bell. It's literally 40 seconds left, so we have to get it in quick. INO here, guys. It is only about a one rollover, failed breakthrough 34 earlier in the pre-market. It's now coming back down, still up on the session, but watch out if we can't crack that 33. We're going to be selling INO today at some point, and I do think the breakout's through 35 today, but the short play, if we can't take out this 34, oh goodness, we're going to be shorting around this 33, and at some point it had to come back in. If it's going to be today, this Friday, we're going to take our shot here, guys. So lots of things to watch. Of course, Luckin, INO, VXRT, but there's the countdown. Valeria should be in position. Make sure you hit that subscribe.
Yeah.
With 700 to go, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring that bell, and hopefully we'll get some champagne today if you guys get us to that number. I want to see what happens if we can fail right off this 32 level first. 30 bottom break. We'll maybe be involved as well. But here comes the RXT. That's going to trigger it when we break up that top, guys.
Yeah, VXRT, yeah, NASDAQ. Why is it not working? VRXT, that's why. No, isn't it? Oh, VXRT. VXRT, I'm like, okay, I'm not even in yet. There we go, now I'm in. Okay, so we do go long there at $12, rips up to $12.23 as I struggle with the symbology. So we'll wait to see here. We are long right now, $12. VXRT, guys.
Yeah, and there's the flush. I mean, absolutely forget about it. As VXRT went, I got into that one and then blindly missed INO through 30. What an unbelievable breakdown that was. You saw it just take this little low here from the pre-market and continue to flush. Any pop into 30, we'll have to take a shot at that one. Unreal what just happened in INO. VXRT got that break, so we are long in that. It's starting to go to the upside. Not nearly as rapidly as it was in the pre-market, but wowzers, INO, wowzers.
Yeah, wowzers, VXRT. There it is again, and Superman is still in the building as we keep going upside here. VXRT, we are long right now at 12.08, so now it's 12.60. Good run there. We gave this to you guys live on the show at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. How early are we talking about right now? VRXT, there it is. Smash that like button, smash everything. VXRT is going to the moon right now. Luckin, though, is screwing everybody that's short because it is just going upside. We did warn you guys that there was going to be some possibility of some positive talk off of this. We're going to see right now what Luckin's doing. I'm going to get out very, very soon.
I'm shorting in front of 250 was the only level I saw when we looked at the daily chart there. My goodness, INO, you've got to be kidding me. VXRT's up to 13, but INO is now 250 off that 30 break, and there is no pullback in sight. This is complete insanity. I'm still going to look to short any kind of a pop here, but wow, and there's the Luckin just got halted, guys. Halt on Luckin at 241. VXRT now here at 1290. I'm going to have to look to take out the rest of this VXRT as it just popped to the downside here on us, coming off a little bit. It's up 100%, but you did see it just pull right back into 1250. That was sort of a bit of a pivot point for us at 1225, 1230, but 12 even break. I guess we're going to reload here. I almost have to.
I mean, look at this thing going. This thing is nuts. We're out there 60s, 50s, 40s, every way, all the little bit way up here. We'll sit in the 30s now and get out of that one as well. $12.08. We are long. And yes, once again, guys, it's been a chicken dinner winner for that stock as we go. So hopefully you guys enjoying that one. GPS as well. Upside, upside, upside. We stop at 60. So let's wait to see what GPS wants to do here. I don't even think it's open yet, to be honest with you. So we'll wait to see once the NYSE direct market maker. Oh no, wow. It is open. I just see
what a roller coaster. Caught the bottom on the reload in VXRT as it literally bounced off of 12 even, but You can't get any farther than 30. I might actually have to take this off. I see a parabolic move like that. It's going to give you some bounce play, so I'm going to only hang on to a small amount. That's just the reload that we have here. And you know what? No, I see a seller here at 1230. I'm just going to get out of this puppy. I'm out altogether on VXLT, the great long. If it tests back to about that 1125, we'll see what happens. Otherwise, 13 break is in play, 1250 break is in play. Brennan, what do you got?
A couple of people looking at INO, guys. Huge flush off the open here on monster volume for INO, all the way back to $28. We were at 32, even 33 in the pre-market. There's actually a couple of upgrades on INO today, guys.
All right. Yeah,
Really?
VXRT's been big. INO, everything's been a monster for me today, guys. It's including GPS. Let's see how high it wants to go. We're sitting at 75 right now. We are long GPS right now, 1205. That's a banger. We are long VXRT, and bang that one out. We'll hit the cowbell for you guys on that one. Let's go VXRT, busting through 13 now. Here we go, guys. This is $1 plus in the money on this one. We have $1 on this one. We have 65 cents on GPS right now as well. The only problem right now is luck in coffee, but look at that.
Bye VXRT. Reloads all over the place. Reloads at 12. Break of 1250. Wow, this thing's going to keep going parabolic. I'm just going to hang on here. No trailing stop. We're just going to watch it manually. Bye. Double barrel action 2 days in a row. Positive news for VXRT here. I keep looking over at INO, and yes, VXRT is great, but INO, I am looking for a place to get into the short here, and wow, it just cannot give a big pullback. It just took out the low again through 27. So I'm looking now to see if 28, 28.50 could be the pullback range. It looks like we're going to be waiting for luck in about
guys.
2 minutes. Should open back up, guys.
Yeah, it's going to halt to VXRT. We're just going to go long again. Bang, there it is. There's the halt. So we just took a little bit more long just before it halted. So there's VXRT halt. And yeah, your boy's been flossing it off hard today. Look at VXRT. Look at Gap as well. I mean, if you didn't make money this morning, guys, then maybe you need to open up your eyes, because GPS, VXRT, and Luckin have both been super, super cash money. Luckin's been hard because if you don't have pre-market trading, then you wouldn't have been able to get this break at $2.20 or $2. The $2 break was also fantastic. So if you didn't have that and you got a little too greedy, then you were unable to make money. But look at GPS, guys. Bang that one. We gave that one to you as well. You could have had that off the open, in the pre-market, whatever you want. And I'm sitting in two halted stocks right now, VXRT and GPS, Brendan.
Here's another one with vaccine-related news, guys. Citius Pharmaceuticals, CTXR, 50% to the upside. Huge volume at the open here to the downside. But look at this. We're moving right back up again, back above $1.50 for CTXR. Another one again with vaccine-related news. Yeah, down there. That's our reward, guys, if you get us to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the show. So if you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. Join us every single day the market is open. We'd very much appreciate it, guys.
Also keep in mind here, we have two halted stocks that we're in, Luckin and VXRT. SINT, good look there, Joey G. Yeah, looking at this one, it's down 8%, trying to rally here. I'm going to be fading SINT today in front of 240 if we get a chance. And then look, if it takes out 2 to the downside and fails this move, I'll probably be shorting there as well. If it takes out 175, 180 or so, this is yesterday's bottom if you exclude the open, but the afternoon bottom. Look, this is just going to be another short through that price at $1.80. So watch out on SINT. I'm looking rather bearish on this one today. First shorting a pop and then shorting the breakdown.
Okay, and yeah, it looks like we're trying to do this again right now on WFC. A quick little scalp through this. Short 25s right now. Just took some out. What price was that? 19s. So now we're going down to 17s. We're going to floss this one off again. We're looking for 26s, guys. You know, scalping is the name of the game for me. And here we go to the downside now. A nice little 7 pennies, 8 pennies, 9 pennies, 10 pennies. That's it. Okay, so nice little 10 penny win right now happening on WFC. So good little trade there. We're waiting for 26 to break, and then we'll go ham even more. But there we go. 10 pennies, soon to be 11 pennies. Not bad. Let's take some off on WFC right here, guys.
Luck and open back up. 250 goes. It's the only level I had. I'm going to get out of that one at that price. Digging into the short in front of it. That's basically the only level I am watching on it. For those of you looking at IBIO, not INO, I am now looking right here at this 260 level for potential break any second now. Then testing the high of the day. So watch out for IBIO through 260. There it goes. And there we go. We just got our execution on IBIO right at that 260 price. I want to be adding to this one, sustain a break, hopefully, right through this 280 mark, guys.
Okay, wow. Here goes WFC as well. We're going to take it through 26 probably. We'll hit a little bit of a short on this one if it does go. A couple hundred shares on the south side of that one. But look at that. Out, 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 out. Now it's coming back upside now. So we'll watch WFC to the upside. VXRT, your boy's already in this one at 12. It's at 1361. Let's see where this one wants to open up.
Luckin falling off a cliff. 250 was the only level we saw when we looked at the daily. That's what we're short in front of. You're seeing short 236. We're getting out at 210, 2 even on the way back down. Look, it's like when you have news like that, it's not as if there's going to be anything obvious on the level 2 for you, or maybe on the chart. The only thing we were able to see was this level from earlier in the week at 250, and so that's where we dug back in after the pre-market trade. And you know, every once in a while, a level works out for you. It just halted again to the downside. I only got 2/3 out, so I'm actually still stuck in a third of this position. I was very aggressive getting out in front of $2, so a big win. Again, there was a pre-market trade. I was too slow getting my shorts in. Got to be faster next time. Good on Sean there. The 250 was the one level we had to the upside we gave you. Now we're out of most of it. I actually feel like I should have been out of almost everything down there. But we'll see what happens on the reopen. Volatility halts. VXRT still has not reopened. I think it's been close to 5 minutes, so it should be any second now, guys.
Yeah, VXRT should come open up, so we're both short luck in. I've got Gap, and look at Gap go. Go, Gap, go. Here we go. Hit the air horn for that one. We gave this one to you guys, and yeah, about that. $1.20 now in the money, Brendan. What's up, bud?
I just got an alert on this one. Bionics. We were talking about this one yesterday. I was already out of this, but look at this move. Right back up from below 9, right straight through to 10 again. So a little bit thinly traded today, but decent volume on EKSO. Again, news yesterday with an FDA approval, but moving around again, guys.
Okay, we're going to take Space Virgin Galactic here. We were looking for the long in this name, but it doesn't look like it wants to give it up today. So if it does break this low, there we go. So now we are executed into this short. We're going to give it all the way back to here, 1590 or so on that play. Although now it looks like, of course, as soon as I get in, it bumps up a little bit. But we are now short right here. Space, the final frontier. We'll see if that's
John, VXRT just opened back up, and I'll tell you, it's the same thing over and over again. I actually got out off that little open and then immediately triggered into a long, which I had there. A bit of an accidental mistake there for me, so I'm going to probably get out of it almost right away. It's going to be essentially close to a flat trade on the last little entry and exit, but my intention was simply to get out, allow it to make a secondary range here. We already had a nice win on the reversal long. I don't want to complicate things. Once we get those halts to the upside, I'm usually looking for places to jump into the short trade. It's been a great one here, but I also got into IBIO. I thought there was some runway through that 260 break. I did get some out here, 67, 68, thinking we'd get a shot to turn to 280. That did not happen. You have to look at 250 and VWAP as a bit of an outplay for you. For me, it's that failed break. Add in front of that next level to the downside, and if it breaks, fair enough. So I won't add till about the mid to low 50s with a 250 stop. I did get half out. I probably should have got a little bit more on IBIO there, guys.
Yeah, VXRT, I'm looking to get some out now as well. There it goes. It just crashed right back down. I was going to say, looking to get some more out here because, yeah, that open up there should have, ripped even higher there, but it didn't. So we'll have to wait to see this 12 level, maybe even down here, 11 and change on VXRT to the downside. But right now, Space is 4 cents in the money. We're going to wait to see. There it goes. It breaks 14.50. We just took this one, guys. Here we go again. 20-cent winner on Virgin Galactic. What's up, Brendan?
Nice move for DVAX here, guys. Another virus-related name. These spikes that we're seeing in cases, bringing all these names back to life. No news on this that I can see, but huge volume through day highs there on DVAX. 15% to the upside, guys.
Absolutely. Just noticing that a bit of a flush here on JP Morgan, bouncing off of 94 eventually and trying to work back to the upside. The market is flushing or falling back down in the ES towards this 30-50 mark. I'm going to be looking at JP rolling back downside, maybe a bit of a short play for me in front of 95 just to take a shot here. Obviously, we got the news. We talked about this pre-market. It's definitely worth looking at the weakness in the banks. I'm not sure JP is the weakest of the bunch, but I do like that setup. Sort of a tight risk parameter here, short in the 50s to 70s, and then risking only to 95 even, guys. So I just jumped into that one. But remember, if you're enjoying this action, VXRT all over the place, Luckin all over the place, we're only 685 away from the magical subscriber number. We're trying to hit that 50,000 mark. And you want Sean, Brendan, Valeria, and I, and the production crew to be toasting with that champagne after the show, and we love our producer, but do you want to see him take it home over the weekend? I don't think you guys want to see that. You want to see us enjoy it. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Already in money now on JP Morgan to the south side. Here come those futures, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Here they come. Futures heading to the south side right now. So we will be taking, I don't know, we got out of our WFC there, but yeah, now the futures are pushing. So this could be definitely a nice little trade to the downside, breaking 26.10, the first level on WFC. What's up, Brendan?
Another one moving this week, guys. Workhorse to the downside. We were up still 3%, but was higher above $9 here. Just got alerted downside volume on WKHS, guys.
Downside volume. Oh, we haven't seen that often.
I do want to get you guys back to that penny stock, and I did say any break would have to sort of take us above quarters. Well, that first one is 25. 22.5 would be the first little bounce play that I was looking at. It's bounced off this now once. Actually, you might want to call it twice. I'd more say like once. That opening one, I don't give as much credence to. Well, we just opened back up on Luck and Coffee. Yeah. I do need to get back to this one because if we hold below $2, I mean, yowzers. I'm going to see if I can't be involved. I still have some shares on. I am going to take some off because I see a monster of a bid. 350,000 shares. Yeah, why not actually see if we can't get a few shares out? Nope. They're chewing through it like oh my gosh. Yep, like a knife through butter. So you just saw two even just got chewed up. That's completely insane. They're trying to reload it, but man, if they can't break this, it's probably going to head upside and I'll take the rest out. But if it breaks lower, I still got some shares on here, guys.
Yeah, I'm still short as well. We're just staring at this one to see what it wants to do now.
I just took some out, but wow.
We'll go more short if it does break, but yeah, someone is absorbing this $2 right now. Looks like it wants to halt again, though, so we'll wait to see what this wants to do. If it does take out 01, though, look for an upside on this one. We're still waiting for Albertsons to IPO. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, guys. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us wherever you want. There it goes, straight back upside. So it does take out that 201. Now we'll wait to see it just bounces right back to 2 again. Wow, there's a big buyer here at $2 on Luck, and guys.
I actually joined that NASDAQ buyer for a bit to take even more shares out, and I feel like a chump because now it's finally broken. Look, I'm just going to start taking shares out on the way down. You're seeing what a crazy move this is. Some at 95 there, 90s. Yeah. Wow, look at the bidder at 90. You know what? You probably just join these levels and you just get riding along with the party. This is completely insane. We're going to go with the cash cow because we've got to hit some graphics with how exciting this has been on Luck and Coffee to the downside. Yeah. I'm neglecting my coffee, which is probably going to get cold, but I actually don't mind because everything is working and I need to put up the position board so you can see what we actually have on right now. Very little left of my Luck and Coffee. We basically have 237 short. I got 50 cents in the money here, but I'm pretty much all gone. JP Morgan, we also have that short side, 94.66. That's in the money for us, but I need to break 50s more definitively before I take anything out here, guys. We're huge on Luck and
Coffee here, guys.
And I'm not really sure. The position board's incorrect. A couple of positions that I don't have on, I think you guys saw there.
Guys, we're huge in Luckin right now. We can go to my position board real quick, real fast. Let's just update this real nicely here if we can. We'll update the position board and then we'll go over to Brendan quickly. Luckin right now, 17-cent winner. We got to get to that one. That's on board right now. GPS, that's $1.40 in the money. Bang, that one out. Space right now, 10 pennies in the money. And WFC, 4 pennies in the money, but you know we've been getting in and out of that one. I did like WFC short, 26.25. Right now, you're about to break 26. So hells to the yeah, it's home run central. They probably don't pay baseball this year, but there's a home run for you anyways, guys. Let's keep the party going, Brendan.
Market accelerating to the downside so far this morning, guys. IDEX, Ideanomics, we were looking at it earlier in the week. Big tank into the close yesterday. We're holding below $2 here. $2 big time level for this thing. Down 22% on IDEX, also looking weak, guys.
Yeah, wow, and I'm going to get you guys to JP Morgan as well. I just took the first leg of these shares out after that 94.50 broke. The market's trying to base out here. And thank you, Burton. A new super chat. Haven't seen you there. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's been a good one, obviously, if you're watching along here. I'm going to take some more out of JP once we take out 94.40, then head lower to that 94 bottom. I will reload in front of 95. That's where my stop is going to be, but probably going to wait till the 70s or 80s in case you get any kind of a pop. The market did resist that move to the downside, so you don't want to get caught with your pants down. You know, if it gets strong enough move up, maybe JP through 95 could be even a break to the upside at this sale. But right now in the money, 58 cents on Luck and Coffee, but I really don't have much left. That top move, once 2 even broke, I did get out a bunch of those shares, guys. So for me, we have another halt in Luck, and it's a volatility halt. If it opens up, I'll just slap out of the rest of these shares and look to see if you can't use that 250 level again, or hopefully $2. If it goes down, I don't have anything till about a 124, 125 as far as levels go. They don't matter at this point, to be honest, guys.
Yeah, we are reloaded, to say the least, and there goes WFC now to the downside. So let's see if we can capture some profits here on WFC breaking through 26. This was that level that we called, guys. We gave that one to you and pinged that one out. So right now we were waiting there at 93 and we didn't get any. So that seems to be happening to me a lot lately. So man, we were there at 93 waiting for that shares and we missed it. So unfortunately, that one would have been nice. I don't know why we waited at 93. It went down to 93 and came right back up. But what's up, Brendan?
Another vaccine-related name, guys. Sorrento Therapeutics downside today. We were talking about this one yesterday morning. Huge push off the open to the upside. Exact reversal. Back below $6 here. We're trying to hold it now. But 4% for SRNE to the downside, guys.
Sorrento under pressure as well. That's one that's been on my list, but you get the bounce back like this aggressive move right back through VWAP. The first thing I usually think is, can it actually test 630, that little flush that it had off of the open? If it does do that and roll over, that's where we look to get back in at the quarters, or get in for the first time, check that at the quarters. That hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to stay away from this one. It makes that kind of a hard bottom. If it retakes 6, that's another possible re-entry point as well. But inside that, $6 to $630 range, no moss. I'm not really interested in it at all. Nike broke in all of this excitement and Luck and Coffee and VXRT. Nike breaks the pre-market low, and I thought I had a stop order there, but I did not have a stop order on Nike to go short at the bottom. We wanted to be bearish on this name. That's a little frustrating. So 97 is up approaching on Nike. I did have some support levels to the lower side. The first one being 95.50. So there's still some room to the downside before you run into the first support level that I did see. So 97 break, not terrible. A pullback into 97.50 as well in the cards on Nike.
Guys, look at GPS, still ripping, unbelievably, 32% to the north side here, and we have this one still long at 12. Well, we did get out here in the pre-market 1230, 1240, and then when we opened up 1250, and then 1275, and now we still have that 10%. You guys know we like to hold that on board, so we'll wait to see if that can come through now. Market looks like it does want to crack through. It's been a big day, man. Space, Luckin. I mean, is Luckin back open yet? No, it's not. We're short $1.96 here in Luckin. Let's wait to see. There it is. They're off the open, then again off the next open, and now we'll wait to see where it goes, Brendan.
Another story about Uber, guys. Watch Uber here. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday when it comes to California. Canada's top court now ruling in favor of an Uber driver when it comes to being classified as an employee in this country as well. So possible negativity maybe for Uber on that news, guys.
Yeah, probably.
Another mover here we haven't gotten to. Pinterest on the move up 4%, made a bit of a move off the open. If you look up $1 higher than there is a big sort of a level here at 24.40 that we're going to have to watch. But we just broke through that 23.50 from yesterday top. If we can hold here some consolidation in front of, let's say, 23.10, this could be a secondary break. Call it 23.75 at the top end. Going to have a stop order to go along through there. But there goes JP Morgan to the down. I only have 2 shorts on, Luckin and JP Morgan. Luckin just opened back up at 170.
Yeah.
67 pennies in the money, 70 pennies in the money. I don't have no levels to the downside. I'm taking Luckin out here. If I get 70 cents on this,
hell yeah.
Yeah, why not, man? Let's go with this Superman action, guys. And with a morning like this, come on. We really need to be cracking that champagne to celebrate it at some point. 650 subs to go, and you can get us there, and we'll all get to enjoy it on the show. And you can live vicariously through us trading and through our taste buds as well.
Yeah, peace, Luckin. We throw out the peace signs to you, buddy. Look what we're just getting out of this one now. $1.60, $1.67. It's going to break through $1.50 maybe. We'll wait to see. We'll see if this halts again. But we are virtually out there, holding small, like Neil said. That's been a big gift right there today, Luckin. So, I answered your question on GPS here, guys. When am I going to get out of this monster winner? This trade has been huge today. So GPS right now to 75. We're long at $12. Guys, 12.05 is the long on GPS. So what did I do? I put in a 50-cent trailing stop. So what does that mean? If this stock ever comes back down 50 cents, we'll get out of the remainder of our position. That way I don't have to worry about it, and I can just let us run up. 14, if that comes first, we will get out at just before 14. I like that number. How much higher can this go? $14 on the radar for me right now. GPS.
Luckin about the halt one more time here, Sean.
Luckin did halt?
It's about to any second now. 149, it looks like it's going to halt again. The market is still trying to head southbound here. JP
I just got out of a little bit
bounced
more.
off. There's the halt
There's
right
the halt.
there.
Bang!
94.25 we just bounced off of. And JP Morgan, I took some more shares out at 35. Still short at 94.70. So in the money, almost 40 pennies on that. And now looking to see if we can test the 94 even low. So the weakness on this Friday is definitely abound. I want to get you guys back to one name before we jump over to Brendan here. IBIO. We talked about the winners and the losers. This was a losing trade for me. Yes, we got a bit of a pop here to get a bit of a win on half the shares, but then we get a reload and stopped out. But it is holding a higher low and trying to make another run to the upside, so I'm not shorting IBIO just yet. Brendan, what do you got for me?
Another name that we have talked about in the past when it comes to vaccine-related news, but Altimmunotech to the upside today when it comes to hepatitis B treatment. So positive news yesterday in the afternoon when it comes to hepatitis B treatment. Gapped up on that news this morning, but they are fading that. Guys, if you're just joining us and you happen to notice that down there, our producer has tasked us with a job today to get to 50,000 subscribers. If you're joining us for the first time, please hit like and hit subscribe. We'd very much appreciate it. If we can get to 50,000 subscribers today during the show, that is going to be our reward. If not, he's going to take it home and drink it on the weekend. So none of us here want that to happen. So help us out, get us to 50,000. That's going to be our reward, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very nice, but you guys will help us out there for sure. We did get out of our gap, and there it is. We'll floss that off for a $1.90 winner or so. Sorry, $1.83 as we get out of gap there. $13.88. I told you we get out slightly before $14. It does rip to $13.92. So there we go. Almost. I mean, I don't know how you go perfect on this one, but there it is. That's a perfect trade as we go. And by the way, I did finally get some 93s on WFC. So look at this. Short, WFC all the way. Now we get some 93s to the downside. Let's see how much lower we did want to go on this one. It does seem to want to bounce. Maybe JP Morgan. I know, Neil, you had that one. That one looks like...
It's still sliding a little bit here.
Yeah, probably better.
I mean, I don't know that it's better. We're holding this 30-50 mark on the ES, and you look at the NQ just to tell the other story. It just bounced off of 10,000, so the market is trying to come back to the upside. I'm going to stick with the short in the banks, well, at least in JP here, individually, unless we break this. I'm not going to give it to 95 anymore. I'm probably going to move it to 94. I call it 85, and then a breakout at 95 to the long side. If it can sustain this move without even testing a 94 on JP Morgan, it's a little bit of strength. We've already played with house money on this one. I'm not taking any more shares out of the short. I'll probably look to see if we can add on a 94 even break or any kind of a pullback to VWAP here. But otherwise, moving my stop to 94.85. Still going to reverse long here at 95 if JP Morgan has the strength to get there.
Did LK just open back up there? No, it did not.
No,
Okay.
still
sorry, you know, I got filled on space. That's what it was. Because bang, there it is. So space falling in a hole. Not your boys, space falling in a hole right now. 15.57 short. Out right there, 35. Now we'll wait. I was like, what happened? So I put an order at 35 there. It comes crashing down and fills me. That's why I thought Luckin open. But right now, nice little trade there on Virgin Galactic. So we will wait to see more downside on that one. But nice little crack through there. So Virgin Galactic to the downside. And guys, yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're watching for the very first time right now. We would love, and especially after a day like today, maybe we can even pour it in this cup and take that back because right now we are reigning supreme. Find a better show, I dare you. What's up, Brendan?
Another one to look at here, guys, is popping up in a volume scanner. AYTU, 10% to the upside. Multiple upgrades on this name today. To strong buy was the rating consensus across the board. So just popping back to the upside. Was fading this gap higher, but looking good now, guys.
How did I miss this reversal on VXRT, guys? I mean, I told you we got out of this after it halted at the very top and then accidentally got into a long with two orders instead of just one. Immediately took this one out for a small hit paying spread, which is about 10 cents. Should have just gone short, guys. We just actually bounced, though. Look at this level, 1175. Yeah. This is the short that we tried initially in the pre-market. This level has yet to break. I'm still looking at 1170, 1175 is a breakdown area. You could, if you like the bullish sentiment here, maybe long in front of 11 with that as your stop. Not a horrible play. I'm not going to be going long just yet in VXRT. It would probably have to break back above 13 and then run to the high of day as well. But now I'm still looking at that 1170 or 1075 price in case it ever gets there for a short, guys.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at along through 12 just to see very light, just to see if it does want to test there a couple hundred shares through 12. If it does break, it's bounced off there 3 times. So we can wait to see if that does happen. And then we'll probably only hold it for 30 or 40 cents against us if that is the case. But okay, WFC finally coming back down to the downside again. This has been a tough one for me because it's bouncing around, and I know it's frustrated both of us probably and not really paying off the way we thought it would. But one stock that is paying off, bring it, baby. There it is. It's open again, and it's a cowbell kind of day right now. Look at Luckin. Ciao, adios. This is where we were before, and now we're just moving to the... I can't even get out there. It halts before I can even get out, but there's Luckin Coffee. Bang, 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 guys. Follow me all on Twitter. We posted lots of stuff on here today, including even before. This is well before the market opened, guys. This is at 9 o'clock. We talked about Yeezy, and then I talked about going long, and then I took $2 winner. So hopefully you guys can have that with us as well. Let's see how far gap is still. Breaking through 14, so yes, sir. Anybody hitting the swish on that one, your boy Kanye just takes that one to the bank. So wow, nice. I wonder how many shares he got. Bouncing up $12 all the way to 14. What a move for Kanye West and Gap today. 1388 was our out. My biggest stock by far today actually is Luckin.
It's gotta be Luckin.
Gap is right here as well, guys.
Yeah, I mean, as good as VXRT has been, and JP Morgan, I just got out of JP Morgan. It's holding this 94. The futures are not going. I want to take a break anyways at 94, so why not grab the 50-cent win? It's a nice structured trade. You miss the first move. You catch this when it fails to get through 95. This is what we talked about. Look, I say it over and over again. Just because you missed the boat on the initial break, you can't be afraid when you have the next setup to just jump right back into the party, guys. So next story for me will be JP Morgan testing 95. We'll go short one more time, or break through 94. I'd still like to go long if it ever broke 95 even. So a reversal at that price still in the cards as well. Brendan is ready. It's 10 o'clock. Time for happening now. Man, I'm thirsty.
Hey guys, yeah, welcome. 10 o'clock, 30 minutes, just like that, in the books. Let's go to the board here and see how things are shaping up. Still red numbers right across all of these markets, but a little bit better off in some cases. 0.72 for the S&P. You can see the Dow now 1% plus to the downside. The NASDAQ here kind of trying to hold a bit of a bottom, but having trouble in certain spots. 0.73 to 0.67 depending. Composite 100 here. The Russell 0.95. Again, the rebalance coming at the end of the day here for the Russell, 0.95 to the downside. S&P TSX here in Toronto, about 0.5% to the downside. Some gold stocks making moves to the downside so far. I'll show you a couple in a second here. BOVESPA, 0.7% to the downside if you're watching stocks down in Brazil. Here's Kinross. Yeah, 1 full percent to the downside. We opened actually around here. It was a bit flat from where we closed, but big flush down, holding $9 as a bit of a support area. Looking at this because of the volume, big time relative volume for Kinross K in Toronto, if you want to have a look at that one. Little earnings play here. Chorus Entertainment getting flushed today. Earnings were bad, holding above $3 here, but consolidating at day lows again. Look at the volume coming in to the downside for some of these names today. Sell volume higher than normal. Energy names also a little bit weak. Enbridge, big flush from 41.25 down to 40.85. We're trying to get back up, but it needs to get above that 41.35 where we were yesterday at the end of the day. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome, guys. We do this every single day. The market is open. Hit like and hit subscribe. Join us, won't you, every day for the show. Back to you guys.
Oh, yeah, Brendan, you got to tell them why to hit that subscribe button. You've heard this story a million times here, guys, and can't say it enough. We'd like to enjoy that champagne, certainly, and not have the producer walk away with it over the weekend. No, we should enjoy it right here after having a fantastic opportunity and a fantastic day to trade.
Sir.
Nike here, we don't want to neglect this one too much, but it just made a bit of a pullback into 97.50. I did catch some here, almost near top wicket, 97.44. The plan is about a 97.75 area stop. That's where VWAP happens to be right there. I don't like a stop at VWAP exactly, but around that price range. If it takes out the low, you'll see me out of this position and then re-engaging in the trade either on a break or on a pullback. So I like to scalp this one. I didn't get a full entry there because it was a little farther away from the prices that I liked in the 50s and 60s. So you don't want to take the full boat if it's not at the actual price you want risk-wise. If it does break low of day, like we said, we're going to get back into that one. JP Morgan, looks like 94 was a good out. keeps holding that over and over again. So I just take that 50 cents and run, and then look for the next play in JP.
Yeah, I like that one. We're also going to be out soon. We did try VXRT on a 12 break. It goes as high as 12.20. We don't take that 20 cents, and now it looks like we'll lose 50, or as if it does break through 11.50, we're just going to get out of that one. I play the even levels, and that's just a shot. I said we didn't love it, but there it goes. Flushes out VXRT. Missed on that one. I actually may try the 12.20 again if this does go, just to see if we do get a moonshot on this one. But there you go. That's why you don't want to hold things, guys, for very long, because when this happens, you can get crushed. So VXRT to the downside there. WFC, we reloaded at $26, so that's a floss, as we're now making new lows on WFC, trying to break through 90 right now. Look at the futures, guys. This could be a big one, so we'll see if we can get out just a little bit below 90. It hasn't cracked it yet. So actually, did it crack it? Yeah, it did crack, and I actually went to 88. So we'll see 88, the day's low right now on WFC. We'll see if we can't get a little bit lower than that right now, as the futures are falling south side.
And you know what that means?
Yeah, what's up?
You got to hit the fireworks. That means Nike is taking out the bottom, or trying to take out the bottom here. Quick 50-cent scalp on that little pullback. The pullback shorts are working. The breakouts, breakdown trades are working as well. So there goes Nike through the bottom. I did anticipate there's a chance it'll bounce off the low. So if it breaks the low, we'll get in. If it pulls back to an entry of a 97.50 or so, we might try it one more time as this market continues to slide to the downside. Daryl, you're absolutely right about IBIO. If you got it, I was waiting for it to take out this bottom, or at least make another run at 270. I did not get either one of those, but now it looks like it wants to give me the entry anyway. So it's pulling back into this 235 range. This is going to give me a shot to get in front of VWAP here. So thank you, Valeria. We got our second coffee of the day, as Luckin is halted again. But I'm going to get into this IBIO in front of this 250 VWAP as well. Brennan, what do you got?
Market accelerating to the downside here, guys. Just posted that headline at the bottom of the screen there. Texas governor ordering bars and taverns to close again in the state of Texas because of the spike in COVID-19 cases, guys.
Yeah, spiking all over the place. So we got to find some stocks that are going to be affected by this, and I think Gap will be. I mean, Gap seems to be a little bit high up here. Thank you, Valeria, for the refresh on the coffee there. Okay, Gap now could be a nice little play to the south side here. It's high. Wow, it got as high as 1440. That would have been nice, but that's where we got out, 1388. There's some bunched up areas right here, 1371. I think we're going to short Gap a little bit if it does go through there. Retail's not a good play, obviously, with COVID-19. So Gap, though, they do have a good online presence. Might be a little overdone here on today's move, Gap, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly a good point there. There's one stock that I've literally completely neglected. And look, every short that we've had has been pretty fantastic so far. The negative stock I have on the day is going to be IBIO with a failed long. We didn't short Hertz today. And that was as easy as it gets as well. You could literally just take the opening print in front of that 165 area that we've liked to the downside. It's already given you a nice little 20-cent move to the downside. So Hertz, I guess we'd have to short any kind of a pop into 150. But, it is what it is. We did miss out on that one. I do want to get us back to JP Morgan. I find myself actually flat. This is the first time I've been in no trades all in the last couple of weeks at this time of day. But we are looking to see if we can get back into JPM. It has held this higher low right here, 94.10, after putting in a bottom at 94. We'll give it one more shot to the short side, but I actually don't like it as much given the strength it's trying to show. I still am going to go short on a break of low of day, and I will go long on a break of 95. I'm not sure I want to be trading inside the range as heavily as I liked it about 10 minutes ago. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one looking weak here, guys. Genius Brands down 4.2%, just showing up on a volume chart as well. We're below these levels from yesterday, 260 obviously, but having a little bit of problems with 250, but decent volume behind GNUS again to the downside, guys.
Genius Brands, 225.50. Just looking at Macy's here, if it can get below, I'm thinking 47s, we'll try to go short here on Macy's, because GPS, although that's the one I like to go short on, today the Kanye news is too much. And it's been big winner for us. The most frustrating stock, I think, for me, and I know Neil just talked about it, has been the banks, because we've been hitting it with the short, and we did think that the banks were finished today, and they are. I mean, it's down 5%, JP Morgan's down 4%, but yeah, it just doesn't want to crack these levels.
Sean,
it did crack.
As good a day as it's been, I'm going to make you feel, I'm frustrated right now. I'm going to rewind the tape. Everybody here, at least that mentioned Facebook today, was saying 232. 230, 250. It doesn't really matter. $7 move to the downside. Obviously, there was the negative news we brought to you guys. When you have this kind of pre-market action, when you have these big movers, Luckin halting multiple times, VXRT, Gap all moving at the same time, it's going to be difficult for us to take every single trade. This is why you want to tune in at 9 o'clock every single morning, so you get the levels, you get the discussion, because otherwise it's easy to miss out on some of these opportunities, like I know I did on the short end in Facebook, despite the fact that it was the only thing I had written down was 232 with an S next to it. The other thing to keep in mind is if you subscribe, you're going to get those notifications. It's going to jump in and be easy for you to remember to get in here early and catch some of this. And the added bonus, of course, is you're going to make us all happy because we get that bottle of champagne, because we're only 550 to go until we hit that magic number. We just mentioned the IBIO here. I'm still trying to get into position. It's now not moving between 230 and 235, so it's giving some consolidation here that I'd like to take advantage of and get involved to the south side with. But I haven't gotten any shares yet as I chase it to the downside. If it breaks 220, that's another way to be able to get into this one. I don't want to have to do that and chase it all the way, though.
I'm wondering about GPS right here, guys. Let's just try a little bit of a short. We'll short 85s right now. We'll just use 1411 or so maybe as our out spot here. But yeah, we'll try it. We'll short GPS. We'll average in. We'll use 1410 or so as our spot here. It doesn't seem like we can get anything else going, so I will wait for that. But on board right now, we can put our position board on. Why not? It's been a while since we have done that. There goes Macy's now. I'll update it so you can see that we do have Macy's now on the board here. Yeah, did it crack the 48s? Yeah, it did, so 48s. So right now, Macy's 47s. Okay, so we have 47. Look at this. Short, 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 short. So let's hope this market does go down. Those are what we're talking about right now. GPS is 4 cents out. Luckin, we've been hammering that one. That's 66 cents. Actually, Luckin just opened, I think, guys.
Again, yeah.
Let's go back over to Luckin and see where we're at right now. 127, 128. Let's get out, guys. Brennan, what's up?
More retail strength, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond, Bank of America with an upgrade on this one today. Held 10 there at the open. We're up to 1050 now. Decent volume here for BBB. Why, guys?
I mean, Luckin is opening up and halting every couple of minutes. The only level I can see here, the halt down has now held a range of 150. So 150 is going to be your level if you're shorting this one still. To maybe have that as your stop or give it a couple of extra pennies. From there, we still like that 180 mark as well. That was the real flush after the pre-market broke out here, 180 low. So 150, 180. Only two things I see here. It already broke the 52-week low there on this last halt, down at 160. Is as low as it got. You could have had this one in front of 250. You could have had this one at $3 in the pre-market. Luckin, 45 million in volume, guys. Watch out for that 150 level alert there. I just got into IBIO as well, a couple of legs to the short side on IBIO. And again, I'm just using this consolidation here in front of 235 for initial entry. I've chased it, so I'd prefer to be shorting this one, in front of the 250. I won't give it very far because I like the price a bit better if it were to come back up and test this VWAP, test that 250 area. But the market is still sliding to the downside. Nike is trying to hold the bottom. And I have to go over to JP Morgan because it, like a soldier, cannot seem to break this low of day. I'm all over this if we break the low of day on JP. I haven't gotten any re-entries. You can see me above VWAP, which makes no sense. I'm going to move these orders and see if we can't get a short in front of 94.40 or get that 94 break as the market clearly southbound.
And there it goes, guys. Virgin Galactic, yeah, clearly, and that's good because we are short. You guys already know that. So right now, Virgin Galactic starting to pay off a little bit here. We are short up here, 1556. It's coming to the north side or south side right now. So big win there, 22 cents. Big win on Luckin. Macy's as well, instantly in the money for all you guys out there. 648. We've been cashing out there 45s. I put a bid there 42. So we'll wait to see if 42s can come in, and we'll get out of some of that for a 6-penny win on a $6 stock. Not bad. That's a clean 1% right there. Here it comes, and bang, there it is. We get that. So that's another floss off. Either way there, it's a big day here, and it just keeps getting better because we are short today, and I think we should hold on to these. Finally, WFC going, guys. I'm bidding 81s. What's up, Brendan, at the big screen?
Hey guys, we'll give you a few more symbols to have a look at here this morning. Upgrades on this side, downgrades over there. eBay really strong. Just notice that one, 2+% to the upside. Couple of upgrades on that one. NetApp as well. Going to show you that one in a second. There's that IZEA that we've been talking about throughout this week. If you've joined us earlier in the week, had some news. Boeing downgraded today. iRobot, Inovio, yeah, INO. and a fathom there, almost 10% to the downside. Let's shift over and have a look at NetApp here. NTAP, nice gap higher on the upgrade today, held 43, but didn't really get too far. We're kind of banging our heads against 43.50, back below it now, coming into that 43 area again. See what happens if it gets below that and goes red on the day. You might get a flush down to where we were yesterday. Yeah, Boeing looking pretty negative today, 173 down to 170 right now, looking like it might want to even break 2-day lows. Couple of downgrades on Boeing today as well. Guys, back to you.
Look at GPS, man. Did we hammer this one? Bang! We talked about that. We said it was overbought there. And look what we did. The damage continues here on Gap. And it just gets bigger and badder for us. This is out of our long. This is our short. Bang, bang, bang. We are short right here. 84. This is how we're doing it, guys. It is a... Bang again, guys. Gap to the south side. Here it goes. This is what we have on, and this is what we're rocking and rolling. I gave this one to you with our eyes closed on Gap. How about 40 pennies? Let's put the board up right now, guys. Gap, 40 pennies in the money. LK, 60 pennies in the money. Macy's, 7 pennies in the money. Space, 31 pennies in the money. WFC, 8 pennies in the money. So these are all the shorts. And the best thing about this one was today, guys, every single trade that I have on, we spoon-fed it to our viewers. So thank you so much. Hopefully you guys have those on with us. I'm sorry if you're long, but today did feel like a southbound day. So we will start cashing some of these off. But GPS, wow, that took a little bit of, you know what's to short this name today, up 35%. But we did short it, and now it's getting paid off. We're almost out, guys, 30% left.
Yeah, and people have been asking a little bit about that MDCA, of course, the merger offer that they got. It's MDCA is up that 130%, but it is actually coming off and on a bit of a volume spike here. So it's sustaining volume throughout the session. Here we'll zoom in so you can see a little bit better on the 3. If we can hold below this $293 level, I like this one to the south side. I'm actually going to start getting back into, and I just did, both Luckin in front of 150. We talked about that level. Also Hertz here for the first time, going to be back into some Hertz shorting. We talked about 150 level as well. But I am actually looking at MDCA. If we can hold this move below $3, that could be a nice potential short. Watch for a breakout at that price and then maybe run it into that 330 high. But it's a reversal play for me that I get out in front of the high of day and then look for a secondary break. But for now, we're looking to short MDCA in front of $3 if we can get any kind of consolidation in front of that price, guys. So I only have 3 shorts on IBIO, which is headed towards that 250. That's where my stop's going to be. Luckin we just got into, starting it in front of 150, and Hertz at 142.5 to the short side.
I didn't even realize Luckin was all the way back up here, so we're light on that one. We're almost out of our Luckin. What's up, Brendan?
So many things to look at today, guys. Big lots here. Look at this move. 23% for big lots to the upside. We're coming up to 42 on huge volume. They updated their current quarter, saying they have tons of cash on hand. Everything's fine. Q2 forecast better than expected now for BIG, guys.
Big lots in the building. Luckin in the building as well. We take a little bit off there. Good trade. I know Neil reloaded on that one. Macy's does break 40. So, yeah, that's a chicken dinner all day long, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I did want to show my Twitter off just a little bit here quickly. This was a good quote today. One of my favorite quotes of all time. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So there it is. Mike Tyson, like everyone, oh yeah, we could beat Mike Tyson. He's small. He's not that bad. And then bang, you get punched in the mouth and you're knocked out. So there it is, Mike Tyson. And that's what it is about trading, right? Everybody has a plan until you get knocked out. You got to get knocked out. It's all about getting back up. So follow me, Trader TV Sean there on Twitter. Also posted it on Instagram as well. Instagram is more about like the insider stuff. So if you did want like some pictures here, we do have yesterday's CEO high times up there. Brendan and I going golfing. That's my most loved picture right there. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and we'll see if we can't make some magic happen. But right now, Macy's is lighting up the scoreboard for me here as well.
Sean, why do anything except punch through every single level? And by every single level, I literally mean 250 and 150 on Luckin Coffee. You know, 250 was the only pullback I had initially. What a great short that was. And then I just mentioned, look at this 150 after the halt down. It holds this range. We short in front of it. grab shorts in the 142, 144-ish range, and then we're already getting out here. Now it's $1.25. I mean, $1.27. We'll be getting some out to the downside. So Luckin, I don't know why I'm even trading anything else at this point.
Neither do I.
And interesting story. You mentioned Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
The very first bet, and I'm almost embarrassed to say this, that I ever made in my entire life was with my mother. That old Larry Holmes at age 38. Would go down to Mike Tyson, and I won $20 on that one. It took a while to get her to pay up, but it was certainly worth it. I don't know how anybody would bet against Mike Tyson, but I guess she'd heard of Larry Holmes, who used to be good, and he got beat down badly. But I'll never forget, Sean, Buster Douglas. My cousin actually made that YOLO bet back in the day on him. But the problem was
in Tokyo.
The problem is he was betting against Tyson on YOLO bets several times. So it doesn't
you don't
count
wanna do that.
if you do that like 5 times in a row and lose and then finally win. Either way, he did have Buster there.
Yeah, that's good on him. That was a great call there. But payday. Whoa, okay. Macy's. I just got out of a little bit there because I thought it broke above 40 and was like, okay, maybe this is a trend change. And then it just slams right back down. So right now, Macy's heading to the south side. Everything heading southbound right now. We have them all on board as well. Space 33 cents. We keep talking about that. The problem is this WFC. Look, if we were short anything else, like I'm really upset now because Facebook. Neil's already hit.
Hey, you don't want to don't look at Facebook, man. Trust me, don't look at it.
Throwing stuff now, guys, because Facebook, we do not want to look at this one. And it's just embarrassing, straight up, because we love the banks. Look at me fighting this stupid WFC today. Yeah, I'm going to short WFC. I'm so smart. No, like everything else, guys, has been a monster today. Yeah, how many days are going to start looking like this, guys? This has just been a huge day, and I'm sitting here literally shorting probably the worst stocks. I take that back. We're having a huge day, but wow, we missed a bunch of opportunity today on the short. The market just falling off the face of the earth here, guys.
VXRT, too. I mean, come on. It rolls over again through that 1175 low, and I missed that one as well. I hope somebody got this. I did see in the chat someone mentioned it. Hopefully, on that little halt, it got $1 to 980. Just trying to get back to the upside after this halt. I'm going to not throw in the towel. I'm going to throw my card in here again to the short side, thinking if we can get through $11, make a run at $11.50, that could be another place to get back in. But I also need to go over to JP Morgan. We just got a bottom break on that one. So I did mention it was holding 94 and I was getting out. Yeah, but no more. So now it just broke 94 even. I'm back into the short. I'd add to it in the 94, 10 to 15 range. If it ever even tried to pull back. It hasn't yet, and the market's headed to 3,000. It certainly looks like it on the ES. And, of course, in the NASDAQ, if you're watching that, we broke 10,000 a long time ago.
Yeah, that's been a nice move down. You say, why are we trading anything but luck? And I do not know. Short. Just still holding, but holding small. We should be holding large, but Luckin still, guys. Wow, coming to the downside. We did talk about that on the D list. That was live on the show early, and look at this, guys. Get short here, 14 off GPS, and then just start cashing out back in the 80s. So we're reloaded back short now on Gap as the market just keeps on falling, and Macy's as well, back to 40s right here. So I think this is a good spot to probably get some out here on Macy's. It's been bouncing around. We've just been hammering that one. Great little trade from this 48 short. You guys know that I love Macy's. I see you on there, Callaway Jones. We'll hit a chicken winner dinner for you coming on our show as a guest and trading with us here. So Macy's, nice little win, guys. Hit that like and hit the subscribe. Look, if it's your first time on the show right now, you might want to hit subscribe. We're going to be pounding back some champagne after because we're looking at 50,000 subscribers right in the face right now. Look at Gap. Bang, we're short at 14. Yes, rinse and repeat to the downside. GPS heading down. Let's take some off right here. But it looks like we're ready at the big board with Mr. Brendan Wiggins.
Hey guys, yeah, small cap recap time, 10:20. We have a couple of things to show you. I want to talk about this one first. EKSO, this is a big mover from yesterday. Exoskeleton, Exobionics. They had FDA approval for a new device that they came up with yesterday, gapping up further today. 1050 to 1075, very, very clear area in the pre-market. Sometimes the easiest trades when it comes to small caps specifically are the ones that fewer eyeballs are on. So everybody watching VXRT, everybody watching some of the other ones today, not so many people watching this one, gave you a really nice play to the downside. That break right there, 1050, gave you a nice flush all the way down to 850. $2 move to the downside, gave you another re-up at 10 there. Big flush at the open, back down to 850. Again, up here, 1050. I was away from this, but gave you another shot, 1050, all the way down to 850 again. So sometimes, again, the easier plays, stress-free kind of plays are the ones from maybe yesterday or the day before. There we go, my tablet wasn't working. IBIO, another one of those we mentioned being upweighted today. Got a nice pop through to 275 in the pre-market, but immediately was very one-sided on the level 2. Huge offers stacking up. They were just crushing bids in the pre-market here, so gave you a really nice opportunity around 270 to 280, all the way down to 220 now on IBIO. The other one that was in play, I didn't get shorts or borrows quick enough, but the guys were all over this. Luck and Coffee, so all kinds of opportunity. If you're just joining us, guys, you missed a lot that's happened so far this morning. We have been tasked with a job today. Yeah, this is sitting beside me over on the desk. We'll throw it up on the TV here just to give you some incentive. Our producer has tasked us with getting to 50,000 subscribers today. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. We really want to get to 50,000. This is going to be our reward if we do get to 50,000. Sadly, however, if we do not, he's going to take it home and drink it himself on the weekend, and nobody wants that. So help us out, get us to 50,000. Guys, hit subscribe.
Assume he wants that, but we certainly don't want that. I mean, look, it's thirsty work here, guys, and shorting the banks. Look, I would love to be trying to play a bullish trend here on JP Morgan, but not today. I mean, we just got that 94 break, so it's been a couple of shorts, a pullback, and now a breakdown. And once again, I'll take some out in front of 75. I'll see if we can't take some out in front of 93.50. Next leg to the downside. So, you know, whether it's Wells Fargo, whether it's JP Morgan, whether it's the Facebook short that we missed, or whether it's, you know, Luck and Coffee, Gap, it doesn't matter. The only thing that I am negative on position pending is going to be IBIO today, which has more to do with just horrible execution on my part. I didn't reverse early enough in the short, and now I'm digging into a late short in front of VWAP instead of catching the moves that we should have had. But you know, the bank short, that's been fantastic. When I think we can hang on to it is, here comes 9,900 on the NQ. Wow, I wonder if Arun has any levels further downside, because we might be seeing them.
Yeah, we may be seeing something downside. I mean, we are short everything right now. We keep talking about that over and over and over again. So the short has been good for us today. Needless to say, but what's up, V?
Hey Sean and hey guys, please help us to start the weekend right with a glass of champagne. Producer of the show said that we can have it only if we reach 50,000 of subscribers during the show. Otherwise, no subs, no champagne. So guys, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. A lot of cool stuff is happening here, and share the link with friends so maybe they can help. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Hell yeah, share that link with every single person that you know. That looks good there. And we also got it cold, so let's see what happens there with that nice little bottle. We'll see breaking it through. But yeah, help us out, guys. I have no idea what our total is at right now, but we are getting very, very close, guys, to that level. So keep hitting the like and the subscribe. We have big guests on the show. High Time CEO yesterday, and again, follow me on Instagram. You can see posted that yesterday, Peter Horvath from High Times Magazine. You know, there's lots of reasons to be part of the show. Education, we have our Market Wisdom channel up as well as we go. So big time for us. We're super happy that you guys are joining us here live today. We did take out most of our Macy's. Look at that print, guys, 33. We're almost out. We're almost out of everything we have short right now. That was a big flush, so let's just get out of everything. Like we said, we're very, very light. I've gotten out of most of my Gap down there. Look at that print, 55. But yeah, as it goes, guys, we'll just hold lucky. I think we're going to get out of everything else.
Yeah, just We're still, of course, waiting on Albertsons, which is supposed to open today. ACI on the New York Exchange. Priced at 16. It was supposed to be priced higher than that. I just looked at the indicated open. Looks like 17 to 18 is the chatter. That's a little bit above, but we don't actually have an indication as to what time that's going to be, guys. I want to quickly put up the position board because I've neglected to do that for you guys. Obviously, it's been a wild and crazy morning. No longs to be spoken of. Out of the money on IBIO. That's the only stock I'm down on today. Unfortunately, bad execution here. 235 short side, should be 240s or at least closer to 250 with my level that we're getting out. Hertz, we're in a short at 142.5. It's not really moving either. JP Morgan still have some at 93.91. We got some on the way down, but I haven't covered all of it. And I have a few shares left on Luckin at $1.44, that short in front of 150. Just seeing how far it can go. My stop is at 150. I'll probably reload at that price as well. So let's see how far Luckin really wants to go. I actually might do a scalp long if Luckin breaks 150, but I wouldn't hold that very long. We get in and out very quickly.
26.21 here. I'm just looking like, so I'm out of WFC. It's a profitable trade today for WFC, but it's not really a money-making idea there because we did fall a little bit on that one. Just wish we were short absolutely anything else, but you guys already know that. So let's go over and check out Facebook, what that's doing on a retracement now. As you can see, the S&P is trying to make its way back here. Bounces off 30.20, but Facebook is not at all. Facebook down 7+% today. Wow, this name just keeps getting crushed on the daily there. We talked about why. I think it was Verizon dropping their advertising there, not liking some of the political stances they've taken throughout this time here in the U.S., and we don't need to talk about that. Also, everybody knows what's going on over there. So 22.50 to the upside, maybe on a break. We've tried it. I just don't know if I want to go long anything right now heading into a Friday. We do have, or heading into the weekend, it is Friday, heading into a rebalance tonight as well. Let's just try to find some more names that we can slowly work our way into, including Gap. We are out of Gap right now. Sorry, we're still short, but 10%. I'm going to drop that. We did get out some there. We'll drop the rest at 60. But right now, looking for some shorts and trying to hunt some. If you guys have anything that's retraced, let me know. What's up, Brendan?
Guys, not a big time downside today. 5.3% here. Just made a new low through $100. This thing just broke back down through $100, being added to the Russell 1000 at the end of the day, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're going to be looking at a lot of new names here, but one is going to be back into VXRT. A bit of a bounce here off of that low. We talked about this. We're looking to see if it can hold below VWAP. It tested 11. It hasn't gotten through. So for me, first trade is going to be a tight one through $11. If it breaks through here, the next stop to the upside is going to be 12.20. I like 12.20 for a long break. I'm short until it breaks that price. Looking right here at about 11 even. If we can break down, let's look at 11. It looks like 10.65, 10.70 would give you one entry price there. I don't want to jump in front of the sword. I'd rather it break down off this 11. And then from there, 12.20 break is the only long I'm looking at in the short term in VXRT, guys.
VXRT, I like VXRT. I mean, that's been a loser for me today because we did get blown on that 112 top that first time, $12 break. So probably a good spot to look for a reload right now. Neil's on that one. So good job here today. I'm just looking around, man. I mean, space right now is not really doing a whole hell of a lot. We're waiting for that one to break 15. It's trying to do that. We're still short 15.60 up here. And other than that, it's been a pretty laxical little move there for me on the downside. I mean, we've made money short. I mean, we've made a lot of money short. But right now we are looking for something better to trade right now. Gap, I'm out of that one as that's looking like it doesn't want to go. That was a good one though. Macy's has been a big short for me from here, 650 short. I'm just a little bit, and you could say FOMO, whatever you want. I don't think it's FOMO, but it's just missing this Facebook, missing the Apple, things like that. 221, we're trying to get back into this one. I'm going to wait till it gives us some reason, maybe up here, 224 and change. Maybe we'll look to go short up there, but right now, this is what's on my mind, guys. These kind of high-tech flyers today. Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, all moving around. I got to get into these ones. There's definitely some money to be made right here, guys.
Yeah, and one thing that we've certainly neglected a little bit is the airlines as well. As our good friend is back in the middle. I just want to make sure there's enough ice on that to make sure it's nice and cold because we are under that 500, 460 away, everybody. So let's see if we can't get there. We'll try to find some trades so you're excited enough and we can celebrate enough of these winners here. AAL down 5% here, but watch out. It's trying to make a bit of a bounce with the market. 1260 looks like it could be an interesting little price level for us to try to get through a couple of times on pullbacks and fail to do so. If it rolls over at this price, I'll jump into a short with a 1260 stop. I am digging into some more Hertz. I didn't get the execution there at 45. Let's make sure I still have my order in there. So I want to add to my Hertz in front of 150. And IBIO, I'm still adding to that position in front of 250 to the short side. And I have a little bit of JPM still at 91.91 on that short. But here we're rolling over in AAL. If we turn back down below 1250, I'll get in with a 1260 stop. I'm not yet reversing long until I see the futures show some strength. Brennan, what do you got?
Just seeing Amazon here, guys. Higher than normal volume, relative volume on Amazon today. Multiple analysts raising their price target on Amazon. Just went negative recently here versus yesterday's close, obviously, but did gap up on that news today. Obviously, higher cases, higher people staying at home. You know the rest of the story. Amazon, guys, still strong.
All right, we just got out of some Macy's there at 38. Wow, this name continues to be good. I'm looking at Microsoft there. That's what I want to talk about. I do love Microsoft normally. It's been a good trade for us, and it looks like it was again today, especially to anybody riding this short. But look at this, guys, 196. We are bunching up. This is kind of the trade that I like. 196.60 break on Softy. If the futures go up, let's try to get that 196.60 here on Microsoft. We'll take that for a long and see if that one can pay off. Although I'm really not loving any longs here into this tape, so that might be a good short as well. What is this, 196 straight through? What about taking the bottom off here? 195.80 possibly as well. The reason why I'm looking at Microsoft, it doesn't look like it's moving as much as the others. Microsoft down 2%, Apple down. Okay, Apple and Microsoft the same, but look at this. Wow, what a nice bounce back there. If you're looking for a long, this is going to be the aggressive long right here. Apple looks like it wants to try at least to get going here. 358.20 long. We're going to take that if that goes long. I like Apple a little bit better. 358.20, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that certainly finding places to catch any kind of a bounce is going to be important as the NASDAQ trying to bounce off morning or early morning lows at 9,900 there. I'm going to quickly go over. I just got into American Airlines there at 1248. It retook 1250. Easy, quick stop at 1260. It was a very tight stop trade. We missed a lot of the move. Boeing also under a bit of pressure, and it has a bit of a pivot forming at 170 on the low of the day. I do prefer the short on the Friday. You know, today is obviously Friday, end of the week, if you're going to be in the airline space. So I'm going to stay away from that bounce play, but I do want to actually also look at CCL. A little bit relatively, look, it's only down 2%, so it's not actually making as big of a move to the downside as some of these other names here off that 16 close yesterday. But look at this 1565, holding. If we take out the lows, it's going to be hard not to take the break on Carnival Cruise. It's 1565 here. So I'm going to jump into that one as well to the south side. Already have American Airlines, and now there's the break right here.
Yeah, we took that
just
break
got
as
in
well.
at 60, just got in at 64 on the break. So as we talked about it, market going down again. American, CCL, we're short everything. No longs to be found here. I can't find one, guys.
Yeah, we're trying to look for that as well, but American and CCL, we just took it right now on that break, so we'll wait to see what downside damage happens here on CCL. Just hit 60. We'll see if we can do more side here, Brendan.
Yeah, downside damage for Snap today as well, guys. 3.25% here. Just gave you a nice little retracement back into 23.75, but starting to roll over as well. Snap under big time pressure today as well, guys.
Snap is snapping. Is that what you're saying there,
Something.
Brendan? Yeah, something along those lines. That was really bad. Okay,
that
55,
drum roll.
56, 57, 58. I don't know. Where are you short, Neil? I guess you're short the same on that 65 break.
Yeah, I got 64 on the break. I got slipped to an American. I got slipped to 48. So a couple of breaks to the downside. Low of day, at least on Carnival. American wasn't actually a low of day break. So this actually has some room. The futures just took out the bottom. American hasn't even taken out this 1227 at the low. So both these shorts in the money right now. They're the only things I have on. I was looking at a 1220 break to the upside on VXRT. That actually looked like it wanted to test it for a little bit. And and now it's rolling back over at VWAP here. So the one long break that I was actually thinking about taking through here at about 1225 on VXRT doesn't look like it's going to be in the cards. It's just going to be short until this party is over. And we're now below 9,900 on that NQ. And the ES also testing towards 3,000. So the market continues southbound. That means hanging on to shorts and taking profits, looking for pullbacks. Look, I know everyone's looking for some long opportunities. it's hard to find them right now in this market. I think certainly Sean was talking a lot about maybe looking at an Apple or some of these stronger names here that you might like a little better for the long term, where people like to pick up these prices. Maybe you're involved in an AMD on a bit of a bounce. I don't know. I want to actually check to see where Pfizer is. This feels like it'll be. That's a good price.
No, you're giving the right. You're giving the right
$31.75. Man, that's actually not a bad name here to be picking up on your own account, cash a dividend. How is it at $31.75? Wow.
Well, Pfizer, yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, for long-term plays, there's lots of deals out there right now. But I think if you're looking for something long and strong, Neil gave the right advice there. Find the highest quality company you can and just buy it right now. But, I mean, the market's only down 2%. To me, if you're a Facebook bull, today may be a good day to step in because you just continue to fall off the face of the earth here on Facebook. So this, again, 220. Let's just take a 220 break light just because we need to be a part of this in case that does crack. You could get a lot worse here on Facebook. 220 break, let's take that. CCL is huge right now in the money for us as well. We are waiting, Brendan. Let us know if you hear anything on that Albertsons IPO coming through. So we know I have that up as well. So we will hit that. If there's any news or anything, Greg, if you're seeing anything as well, let us know if there's a time frame on that. But we have Brendan all over that. So nice little out there on CCL 51s. We'll wait to see if it wants to crack through 50, guys. And that's about it for right now. Luckin, Macy's with the nice short as well. That's near day's low here. We still are about 10% short. You know, let's just put up our board right now. If you're just joining us for the first time, hit that subscribe button and we'll pop some bottles for you guys at 12 o'clock. When we pop in bottles, get us to 50,000. You'll hear that party go. CCL right now, that is a beautiful short, guys. That's 10 cents in the money. Luckin, 61 cents in the money. Macy's is 15 cents in the money. And Space is 40. So let's just keep rocking and rolling and look at that Facebook short. If we can get it, Macy's right now short of the day. We'll put a bid out there. Nice little swish for Neil. What is that, a free throw?
No, that wasn't a swish. If you heard a sound just now, that was me dropping my microphone. Absolutely rejected. Hopefully it didn't break and everything sounds good there. I knew this would happen putting it on the table like this, but apparently the sound is better. So if you guys like it, I'll try to make sure I do that every single day. You put the position board on here, but I'm going to go back to CCL, which I know that we both have on. It just took out 1550. That means first leg out for me. Next leg to the downside, we'll just keep going with quarters. I'll take some out in the 30s if it gets there. But we're going to hang on to shorts until we get a trend break at this point. I don't see any reason to be out. I can tell you Luckin Coffee, we're still in this one as well. I don't know where this is going to go as far as the bottom. But right now, the low of day is 116. I'm short here at 144. I see a monster buyer at $1.15 down here. So, you know, I see every reason in the world to just take our profit and run on Luckin Coffee if we can. So, and as I say it, it bounces 5 pennies. I just try to get 20s there, and then we pop to the upside. So I'll just wait down here in 20s and see if it comes back to me. Price comes back into me. Usually it's going to do that. So we're jumping in at 20, making sure we get out of some of this profit. It did test back up to 140. I like the short in front of 150. I never got it, so I never reloaded. I'm still going to take any pop to 150, short it, and then maybe reverse to the long side. But wow, Luckin Coffee, what a great short that's been. Brendan, what do you got?
Yeah, let's go.
ZGNX here, guys, 4.5% to the downside. This thing actually gapped up significantly. They got FDA approval on a seizure treatment, seizure medication and seizure drug that was announced this morning. So huge gap up on that news. But look at this flush, 32.50 down to 25.5. We're back to 26.5, a little thinly traded, but huge volume on ZGNX, guys.
ZGNX. Okay, we are going to get out some more CCLs right now. This has been a monster trade. You guys already know that one for Neil and I. And by the way, who the heck hit that Facebook trade there at 220 break? It goes all the way down to 218. If you got that, there you go. Catapult yourself upside. Big move there. We still have Luckin on board at 196. I'm just going to probably get out of this one. Doesn't seem like it wants to do anything. I was waiting for it to come down to $1, but I don't know. It's not really like that's my target. Just kind of one of those levels that we're trying to look at right here. But yeah, CCL still moving downside. Everything moving into the money for us. Look at our Macy's trade. We just took Microsoft breaking through 195. So that's where we're short right now. Microsoft short right now, 195, guys. Breaking downside. Let's see how much more these futures do have. But Softy, downside. I'm a little nervous because Softy is always pretty strong, and I do not like to short it, but we'll wait to see if the futures agree with me or not. Microsoft to the downside. We're going to give this one a little bit of room.
Yeah, just got into VXRT. I said I wanted to take I really did want this to break to the upside, maybe give you a 12 entry there. 12.25 is what I was looking at, but it rolled over at VWAP. I was looking at this to the downside, 10.70 earlier. Whichever one came first, we'd take, and it was a short side trade here. So short 10.60, first target in front of 10 even. Second target will be if it breaks below the low since the open at 9.50. I'd take it out in front of that price and look for a re-entry at that point. So VXRT, the long was fantastic on the breakdown. Or the breakout, but now it's the short side trade for me and see how far it can go. Carnival about to take some out in front of 15.50. Of course, we just keep talking about those quarters that we like to use. I'm going to get some out here in front of 15.50 and then see if we get any kind of a pullback to go short. But it's already 10:40. You guys know what that means. Time for a sea of red. Actually, I see a little blue on that little screen there. Sector watch with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, it's the Kanye blue. I'll show you over here. This square right here is going to be Gap, and that's pretty much it. This is 32% for Gap today. All about that Kanye news today, but everything else very negative to end the week. Almost 2%. We did touch 2%. 1.9% now for the overall S&P 500. This group right here, very negative, leading the way to the downside. Where'd it go? There it is. Energy stocks all in the red so far. Big time move to the downside for energy names. Oxy there, HFC, Apache 5.25%, Devon 5%. There's Noble as well, all over 5% to the downside. So big time pressure underway in the energy group with oil. I want to talk about this group here. Facebook, Twitter, Dish is there too. Fox and Fox A, all 3+%. Obviously, we mentioned the news on Facebook, Twitter catching some of that negativity so far today, 3.8% on Twitter. So communication stocks also in negative territory. Here's the big one, financial stocks, all very red. So if you're joining us for the first time, guys, this board color-coded and also size coordinated. So the bigger the boxes, the more red, the more negative. So this one going to be the lead group to the downside today, the financials, the stress tests, obviously, the news out aftermarket yesterday, really pressuring all of the financials. Consumer discretionary stocks are actually negative, despite this move here, 33% now for Gap into positive territory. You can see Best Buy there, 1.5% higher. Nike as well, also getting hurt. There's MGM, some of the cruise lines, negative territory as well. Typically, we look at a 3.4% move to the downside and get pretty excited, but that's being swamped today by this guy. 33+% to the upside today. Material stocks also negative. Healthcare as well in negative territory. It's one of those days. 1.93% for the overall S&P, guys. Back over to you.
Having some fruit salad. Yeah, no, it's good, you guys. GPS has been a big trade for us today. We talked about going long off that open. That was an easy trade. Doesn't get much easier than that. Microsoft goes all the way back down. It goes back and forth. We get out of a little bit there. We're going to give it to that 50 level. Looks like maybe the S&P wants to regroup here and start going to the top now. So we'll wait to see on that move. But Microsoft now going to come up to the top side. We will get out if it breaks through 50. Otherwise, we'll wait for the downside to come. I mean, look, these stocks have been so strong. Apple as well, 358, looking like a decent position right now too.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly try to update the position board for you because a lot going on. It's obviously been an active morning, and we're going to continue with it. You're not going to see any longs on board, unfortunately, if you're looking for that. Yeah, here we go. American Airlines, we still have some short at 12.48. Taking a little bit of profit to the downside there. It's coming right back up to break even. CCL as well. I got two legs out. Still have some 15.64 short. The only thing against me is Hertz, of all things, short at 143. IBIO, believe it or not, is in the money. So maybe my one negative stock's about to turn positive. We're short that one at 38. Luckin still short at 144. Just missed that out at $1.20. And VXRT, we just got into a 10.60 to the short side. First target in front of 10, second target in front of 9.50. That's the low since the open. And the pre-market, of course, it was a little bit lower. Very briefly, we ignore those prices.
Yes, we just got out of something there. What was that, Phil, there? Microsoft. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Microsoft just goes to the top side there, 195.50. So that's a fall in the hole there. We did not take, I mean, this is the thing. When you're looking for these kind of moves, you don't put a lot of capital involved there. I'm actually looking now. It looks like Microsoft, like we said, I wonder if the ES has sort of made a bottom there. They went to 3,000 and then bounced right back. So Could be something there on the ES right now, bouncing off of 3,000. So we'll look to see this 3,020 level, which is where we're looking at right now. You break that, you get some positivity to the upside. Our Apple trade is in though, so we're not in yet, but we are waiting for 358.50 or so to break upside on Apple, and then we'll go long on that name as well. But we're always waiting for Albertsons to go. Also, guys, we're also waiting for 50,000. Let us know that so that we can get a little excited about popping that champagne bottle over there on Brendan's desk, guys. We want to do it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Give us 50,000, please.
And sort of looking at names that are making a bit of a bottom here that might give you a chance for a pop. Virgin Galactic is it's basically flat on the day. 15.25 was yesterday's close. It's made a bit of a bottom at 15.10 right now, trying to eke its way to the upside. If we get any kind of a real pop in the market, this could be an interesting place to buy through about 15.35 in front of that low of day. See if there's any kind of juice to the step in the market here. So that's what I'm going to be looking at on Virgin Galactic, but I'm still just net short everything, guys, until we're proven otherwise. 15.35 will have us an order to go long on space. I can't really find anything else that I absolutely love to the long side. When we do, we'll let you know. Still have that VXRT. It's not really moving a heck of a lot. I don't really think a stock like this is going to hold this sort of tight range that it's in right now. You can see this little bitty consolidation, 1080 down to this 1030 mark. I'm not taking 20-30 cents, which is the bottom end of this range. Has to break out of it. I'll use that break to get some out and then look to see if it goes for freshly lower than that. But you got to make sure you give this one to either 1120 or to VWAP. Either one of those are reasonable levels for risk, or you can use both of them half out one price, half out at the other. Lots of ways you can sort of deal with that trade. Brendan, my good friend, what do you got?
Guys, another one getting the Russell treatment at the end of the day today. F-Cell, fuel cell here, a clean energy name, 5.4% to the downside. Going to be added to the Russell 3000 index for F-Cell. Also, updated number alert. That thing down there is going to be our prize. If we get to 50,000, guys, we're under 400 to go. Subscribers, that is, when it comes to getting to 50,000. So please hit subscribe if you haven't to, and we'll get that by lunchtime, hopefully, guys.
Yeah, let's hope that we can get that, and hopefully you guys can help us out on that. We are out of our CCL right now, as it does come all the way back to the top side there. So big cash. I mean, this is big trade there. Most of it out right around. This was a key out for me, 15.50. So generally, again, those of you that have watched the show know that's how we trade, or I trade anyways. Get out at that 50 level. So that's where most of our outs are, and that's again just a confirmation of the out, and then we hold our last 10% and get out at that top. So not a great last out there, but whatever. Market seems like it wants to rebound here a little bit, including on Microsoft. We're not long it, but we should have been long through 195.50. The top right now, 195.88. I'm just not super bullish on this market yet, guys. I love to see it break through this 3,020. Then maybe we'll get a little more excited. But right now, not looking great for any of these stocks on board here if you are long today. Needless to say, Uber also falling. Maybe we'll have a look at that if we can find some key levels. But guys, we're only 350 away from that. Hey, Deshaun Watson, take it away.
I keep having to use that one because I find it a little bit hilarious. That one looks nothing like me. But it is falling money here in VXRT. Quick scalp trade, of course, at first short on the break. 1070 break, 1060 we got. I said we'll get some out in front of 10 even. Quickly take 45 cents there. The next level to the downside, 950. And like I said, I really would like to be playing this on a bounce at some point. I was going to look at 12.25. I actually feel like there might be an opportunity if we can hold this bottom at about 10.75 to 11 even. But for now, while I'm short, I'm only going to get out if we go back to that 11 mark. I'm going to slide my stop down and still maintain the breakout long at 12.25. At some point, I might get more aggressive on the pullback there, especially if we never even test this 950 at the bottom. So still short. We've already taken half out for a win there on that name. And again, the only stock that is against me, and I find it absolutely hilarious, that what I'm going to be sure is my best stock this month is the one that I'm losing short on right now. I haven't taken anything out on Hertz. My short is in front of a $1.50. You can see this nice little pre-market bottom. It broke through. We'll see if we can hold below that. But my short in Hertz, out of the money right now. We'll see what does happen. The market is tanking and no one wants to sell their Hertz positions. I don't know what that's all about. Everything else working for me so far. Knock on fake wood.
Yeah, Hertz not really a market follower there, but we'll see about Facebook now. It goes all the way to 222, now coming back to 220. We'll try one more short. We haven't been short yet, actually, on Facebook, so now we do go short. Again, we're trying to get that 220 break, and for some reason, we get short at 220 even right there. So once again, I don't know what happened with that wick, but the S&P 500 now heading southbound. So we're going to hold this trade a little bit more and see if we can't capture some bottom ticks down here through 220 if it does want to break finally. We will take that where we are short right now, 220 even. We wanted the break of 220, but I guess that didn't happen. So there we go. Now it breaks. We are short. Let's wait to see how far this one wants to go down. We'll take the first leg out, maybe 20 cents, 30 cents, then hold the rest for this day's low, guys. Facebook crashing. So is the futures. Here comes 3,000, Neil.
We got to keep using this one. We have this market be fallen, guys. So we're going to throw that one in there because we just broke that low on the on American Airlines. Or check that. We touched the low. We didn't actually break it. I did say I would take some out, and I still have a third of my position. I would take some out on the low of day. I just went ahead and did that. So nice winner on the 1250 break to the downside. Still looking for the low of day to get taken out here, and then we'll get an even bigger one on American Airlines. I still have that CCL. I moved my stop is at 1570. It hasn't hit it yet. I'm not going to reload shorting this with the market at its bottom. We already have some shorts on that we can just let ride. No need to add into it on these lows unless we get a better price. I'm going to stay away from doing that. There's the bounce on American. So
big bounce here.
Double bottom, a double bottom on American. A big bounce there on the futures as well off of 98.50 in the NASDAQ, guys.
Yeah, big bounce. And so we have to get out of some of our Facebook. We did take some profits down there at 218.70, like we said, 219.70. Sorry, but now Facebook going the other way. So here we go. We do have our Apple ready to lock and load on that one as well. But now Facebook aggressively to the upside here. Maybe they don't want to sell this thing after all. This might be a decent spot to get short again. Our out's going to be 222.50, which is right here. Good day. Thank you, Marcus Stacer there. LK, awesome short. Yeah, Neil and I have been absolutely destroying LK today. So a couple shorts for me and a couple reloads there for Neil as well. So yeah, futures look like now they're trying to get back to that 3,020. That's that level that we liked. So watch out for Facebook here breaking upside now, finally, guys.
Yeah, we're looking for some of those upside breaks, certainly, and we talked about a couple of names for you. One of them was going to be Virgin Galactic Space with the break, and you can see how violent it was, so I did miss it. I'm not going to chase it all the way to VWAP. I'm going to look to see if we get any kind of a pullback. This was when that bounce came in, you heard Sean's reaction, and I was like, whoa, because I saw a lot of things pop up, and you're going to miss out if you don't cross deep enough. I didn't cross enough on Virgin on Space. I'll look to see if we can get anything in that 1530 range, but we like the long here. The next break would actually be this level, about 1560. So there's going to be other opportunities if we can get back to the stronger side and this bounce is sustained. We'll get more shots to go to the long side, but watch out. Virgin on a pullback, 25 to 30. Secondary break at 1560. Money talks with Brendan.
$73, 72.96 for the CAD today as the U.S. dollar jumps higher. Euro also to the downside, back to 112 even there for the euro. British pounds in negative territory, 123.2. Australia and New Zealand also to the downside so far. Only the Swiss franc and the Turkish lira pointing to upside gains so far today. Everything else downside, though. We have cryptos as well in negative territory. Look at Bitcoin just hovering above 9,000 at this point for Bitcoin, down 2%. Ethereum also down 2.3%, guys. I think we're having a little sound issue, so we'll go back over to the guys.
Now, thank you very much there, Brandon. We'll hopefully figure that one out for you guys. I did want to roll into a long in Virgin, but it held this 1560 rather nicely, and now we're going to get a retracement back into this 1530 area. I'm going to have to get a little more aggressive than I wanted to be able to catch this. I'm going to catch it on the way back up here as it just bounced off of that price we like, that 1536 or so. I just got in at 1545 on the way back to look to see if we can sustain this little move move here. And again, you can give it to maybe 15.25, maybe you can give it to 15.30. Either way, you want to see if we test this 15.60. If we hang inside of that range, you can scalp some of that. I'll probably go ahead and do that. But then 15.60 is the real break if we want to go upside. The market is still weak. This is the only long position I've had in, I don't know, I can't even think of what else we had long other than that VXRT breakout. So obviously, we're still heavily to the short side. One trade long here in Virgin Galactic, guys.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, look at this reload. We're reloaded. Where is my reloaded thing? Anyways, we'll say WTF to you, Facebook, as bang, it's back, and finally catapulting ourselves on a short now. We're back to that 220 level. Look where we shorted twice, 221.24 up there. Beautiful little shorts there on Facebook. So really happy with that reload as it comes right back down. So nicely in the money. Our short is now 220.79 on Facebook, putting us back into that money spot there. We wanted Facebook short. We let it go back up. Our kill spot was going to be 22.50. So let's cash out some of that as we just have down there on the bottom of Facebook. So now here it comes, ripping back up again. So yeah, this market is very, very teetery, to say the least right now. You're going to either break 3,020 or you are not. We apologize for those sound issues. The team working frantically to get that done. So maybe we'll come back with Brendan and that segment again if we have time. We do have our guest of the day coming on board as well. That should be exciting, especially in this kind of a market. We'll see what he has to say there. Partner, there goes Facebook, guys. Crash City down through 219, just breaks it there as I'm talking randomness. Facebook crushes down, and there it is, a nice little chicken dinner winner. It's not a winner until you take it off, so let's get some of these off right now. Facebook, $1 finally in the money now, guys.
And VXRT, we did talk about that 11 even level. Thank you there, Woody Lynn. That shout out for Sean on Facebook, because I missed that trade like an absolute chump both times on Facebook. I do get the reload on VXRT. We get back in, and again, I've moved my stop. We're going to use a VWAP before. I'm now using 11, so we can load back in a little bit more aggressively at a 1080. I'm not going long till a 1225-ish area break. I'll probably take out, again, the same thing, down in front of 10 even, so that 40 to 60 cent scalp for a win is what I'm looking for initially.
Wow,
and then a retest of 950. But we're continuing to hold the lows. So Space, Virgin Galactic not working, but everything else short certainly is at this point. So it is what it is, guys.
Neil, yeah, I just asked Brendan. I know they're working on some sound here, but Facebook just absolutely crashes.
Market.
Bang! This is a $2.50 winner right now. Facebook comes crashing down there. We did not get anything out. It went down to 218. Our best out's 219.50. It goes down to 218.50 there. Should have possibly got some out on that crack because the futures weren't really doing anything and it cracked down. Let's put another bid a little lower, see if we get lucky there. But Facebook did just crack there. I guess it was nothing, but it just went down there $2 almost instantly from 221 right down to 218.50 there. I don't see anything anywhere, but right now, Facebook to the downside. Should have got some out. Was wondering if there was more news there. This may be a good spot to reload. Facebook showing its hand there down to 218.50. Wowzers, guys. Hit that subscribe, and we pop that bottle. That should be fun, guys, today as well. Alibaba heading southbound. Look, everything's heading southbound, Neil. My biggest trade on right now is $1.20 in the money on this Facebook short. Everything else, Virgin Galactic, I've got 15.57s to the short side there, and we still have our luck in short all the way up here at 196, believe it or not. So that's a good little short there, as well as we'll just sit here and watch to see what the heck Facebook wants to do, guys.
Yeah, this market can't get to the upside. And the one trade that wasn't working for me, you're going to see IBIO, the reloads in front of VWAP and 250. We're now taking those out in front of 230. I'm going to have at least half of my shares on for a break of this 230 mark, a break of 225, a test of this low. It just feels like if you got a short that's in the money, why not try to at least roll with it here, even if it's in a small cap. So IBIO firmly in the money on a 239 short, but I'm going to see if we can hold more aggressively, see if we get a bigger move here. I still have that VXRT. It hasn't made another move to the downside just yet. It seems to want to hold this 1050 mark. and I'm short here, at a 1070 short. I'm not taking 20 cents in this. If you're going to be risking 30 to 40 pennies, maybe even 50, you can't sit there and think you're making 20 cents is going to be worth it. The volatility is a little bit bigger than that on this name. That's why I'm not taking any profit. It's got to get down to 10 even or in front of 10 even at least before I take any shares off. Brendan, what do you got, buddy?
A little bit of a graphic here, guys. Just wanted to update the Albertsons. No news yet on how timing is coming for this IPO, but shout out to Alex Carter up here on Cutler on Twitter. I wonder if Alex Cutler is a subscriber. If he's not, he should be. To the show, Albertsons, a bigger company, I think, than most people think. 265,000 employees. They cover multiple different brands, multiple different names for both retail stores and other outlets, including in the pharmacy space as well, all over the U.S. So Albertsons a pretty big company as far as employees and size. Still no time yet on this IPO, but still have an eye on Albertsons, guys.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't look at the awesome graphic. That's what it's all about here. If you're not enjoying this, I don't know what to tell you. The market is going crazy. We're having a lot of fun here. And I see my friend up there, and I'm not talking about Brendan, that bottle of champagne. And if you're wondering what this is all about,
pop.
It's because we were put to a challenge today. We need to get to 50,000 subscribers. Our producer said, if you get there, you have the bottle. If you don't, we're going to get that trophy because we're going to get there. But if we don't get there, he's taking it home and he's going to drink it all by himself. Now, do you want the entire team to enjoy it or do you want our producer to enjoy it? He's a great guy, but I want to drink that champagne. I know you guys want to be able to toast with us sort of metaphorically, but either way, it should be a lot of fun. Get us to that mark. I think we're 300 away with an hour to go. It's in the bag, Sean, in the bag.
In the bag. Okay, I hope so, because maybe we can get in the bag after drinking that. No, just joking. We won't be. But what's
it
up?
is Russell and Balance, though.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll ignore that one. Okay, where is Valeria? Russell and Balance. Yeah, you want to be sane of mind for that one. Could be a big opportunity for any of you guys later on today for that one. We did take other Facebook short, but let's go over to the big screen with V.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe mostly in a negative territory today, though Britain is trying to rebound back up 0.37%, and France is up 0.06%. Germany is down 0.69%. Spain is down 0.95%. And Russia is down 0.04%. Dutch government agreed on a 3.4 billion rescue deal with France for Air France KLM. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm taking a few shares out above VWAP on this version trade. It's bounced. It was a breakout through 1530. I did miss that initial break. Caught it on the pullback, so 30 is still maintaining my out, but it's having some trouble chopping through the zone. I mentioned the next level up, 1560, so you will see me take some shares off in front of 1560 for a scalp. Once it breaks 1560, however, next level to the upside is about 1585, 1590 for me, and this was just the only thing I've picked to the long side as the market is trying valiantly to get up, and I am, basically short everything here. Still short American Airlines, still short Hertz, IBIO, Luckin, and VXRT. The only long I have is this Virgin Galactic, and again, it's trying valiantly to get to the upside, but not a lot of juice in this market. As we try to break through 9,900, if we sustain this move, should be a nice trade here at Virgin.
Yeah, okay, we finally get into our Apple long there on this move back to the north side. So let's see how many legs this thing has. Hopefully it has more than two. And we'll get going on the upside here. Maybe we touched it a little too early. We will wait to see if that is going to be the case or not on Apple. But we are long right now, 358.50. So that's a good call there. We'll see if that wants to come in. We are now short again Facebook. So long Apple, short Facebook. Probably not a good little call here. If the market goes up one way, we're going to win on one and lose on the other. So right now, let's just see what does happen here as Facebook and Apple going the other way right now. We've got to figure out which way we like this market. It does break above 3,020 right there temporarily. So let's hope that our Apple actually can go a little bit more. That's the trade that we're looking for, guys.
Yeah, we have less than an hour to go here until the end of the show, but it's also getting close at lunchtime hour. You're seeing the market try to bounce. I'm sitting in this American Airlines. It double bottomed here. It couldn't take out the low of the day, so I'm moving my stop down to about break even at that 12.50 mark. I'm still short at 12.48 here. I don't see any reason to fight this if we're going to bounce in the market. We couldn't take out this low when the market was cratering on American Airlines, so no reason that I need to get stubborn with this one. It might not be the home run trade. CCL was certainly a little bit better on that break to the downside than American, but I'm just going to get out here as it breaks. You saw that live, so the first two legs are a win. The second one's going to be a bit of a hit, but it's been such a roller coaster that you want to make sure you don't get thrown off this party train. And I feel like that should have each of us with a glass of champagne there, because we're going to get there for you guys. I want to quickly put on the position board as an update for you to see what we have on. I just got out of American Airlines. We're still short Hertz. That one is at $1.43. Actually, trying to get in the money, but it can't do it. IBIO working nicely. It broke 230. We're short here at 240. Luckin, I still have some shares at $1.44. I want to be adding to this one if it got to 150. Just can't seem to get there to give me more short. And Virgin we have long at 1542. But it can't break through that VWAP. It can't seem to get to that 60 mark where it needs to break for it to be a bigger trade. VXRT reloaded at 1070. 11 even is my out. We've already made some money on that short. Looking to make a bit more, guys. Brennan, what do you have?
A couple of things here. First, let's get through a stock. Big Lots here, guys. 25% still to the upside. The market falling on its face today. Big Lots still pushing higher. We were talking about 41, then 42. We're now at 43 for Big Lots. Again, they updated their Q2 forecast higher than expected. Say they are positioned well to weather the storm as far as the pandemic is concerned. So market going straight down. Big Lots straight to the upside. It is 11:05. That means it's time for Guest Trader of the Day, everyone's favorite segment. If you're joining us for the first time, if you would like to participate with us on Guest Trader of the Day, just send an email to marketing@tradertv.live, and we'll get you on, as we have Louis joining us today from Day Trade the World. He's a member of the Day Trade the World family from his trading floor. And Louis, tell us where you're trading from today.
I'm trading from Barcelona, of course.
Absolutely.
Running here office, trading floor here in Barcelona for Day Trade the World.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I wanted to let you tell everyone where you're joining us from today. Barcelona, Spain, one of my favorite cities in the entire planet. You can see I've been joined today by a bottle of champagne as we're trying to get very desperately to 50,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel today. So I hope you have, I don't know if there's anyone on your floor trading with you. Tell them all to subscribe today and help us get to 50,000. Going to bring in Neil and Sean here. We'll get back to the markets.
Hi, Louis. How are you, my friend, from Barcelona? Nice to see you there. And I want to thank you as well. You put on LinkedIn, on social media, that you're here today. So, yeah, thank you for all of that support on that. And, yeah, so you own a Day Trade the World office in Barcelona. Did you want to discuss how many traders maybe you have on the floor, if you're currently hiring, things like that? How are things going there from the world of day trading in lovely Barcelona?
Yeah, we're on a Day Trade the World floor here in Barcelona. We are right now 13 guys here, some of experienced traders and some new trainees coming in. Yeah, we are hiring. We are in the training process for new people every month. Right. Every month we take like 1, 2, or 3 guys in the floor, and they try to learn with us. Very nice. So we make this floor bigger.
Very, 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 very nice, guys. And that's the thing. We here, too, hire pretty much every month, every couple months, depending on sort of the turnover there on the floor. I know the important thing is, Valeria's dancing, so maybe we'll have to see what that gets to. But I just want to give guys an update quickly here before we go on about your office there. 358.50, nice little break there. We just took out $1 on Apple. We were dumping our Facebook on the way up, admitting that one has been a wrong trade for us. Short. I mean, it's okay. We'll be flat on the stock. But we don't want to hold Facebook short if this market's going to rip. So we do take that off on Apple as well to the upside. Valeria, why were you dancing? What did we just hit there?
1,000 likes.
1,000 likes. So that's a 1,000 likes. So we will do that. I'm not going to hit chicken dinner, but we'll hit the air horn. Let's just convert some of those likes into subscriptions so we can have that champagne. But what are some of the names, if you're comfortable, Louis, talking today? What kind of names are you guys been trading? Has it been similar to us on the show? Is there maybe a name that you want to highlight that we haven't been trading, or anything that looks good to you guys over there in Barcelona?
Yeah, guys, we trade pretty different than you trade there, guys. We don't trade blue chips. We don't trade big companies. We are very focused on small caps.
Okay.
So everything that has low or mid float, we are in. So today we're trading VXRT, of course. Right now we're trading CDLI. We trade in WKHS. So we don't trade big names, guys. We like volume and volatility, but we feel more comfortable with the small caps where we know who are the players, we know where are the important levels, and we believe we have an edge with the level 2 untimed sales to take profit of that.
So I got to ask you here because I'm involved. We've been trading VXRT all morning long here, and there's obviously a great breakout long trade. Right now, it's trying to roll over. Just want to update you guys. I did take some shares out in front of 10 once again on that reload in front of 11 even. I'm still looking to see if we can break down and maybe give us that test of the 950 area, which is the current bottom. I'm throwing out those pre-market prices. So what's your outlook on the stock right now? If you feel comfortable maybe telling us what your approach might be to a name like this. It's been incredibly volatile. You've had several halts to deal with in this name. So, how would you approach a stock like this, which went absolutely parabolic with double barrel news both yesterday and then coming in today with the warp speed news that it got?
Yeah, the opening was crazy, and VXRT, we were expecting to short it. We were expecting to bleed it down at least to 10, 9, even $8. We were kind of surprised of the squeeze over 12, so we were a little bit down there on that squeeze. But right now, we see it bleeding. We see it many times in the small caps that they run like 100, 200, 300% in a couple of days, and then they bleed out without volume the whole day. So we're trying to pick some pops here to short it as soon as it goes to 1060, 1080, we're shorting all the time, waiting 10, 950 to breaks.
Yeah, you're sort of speaking my language here. And another one of these for me has been IBIO today. This one finally broke 220. I've been waiting all morning for this to break 220, shorting at 240. And this is a horrible, horrible entry for me. I actually don't like this entry. I started it at 30. I got some at 40. My price, I should have been shorting it here the first time it tested 250 and then adding at 240. I'd have like a 243, 244 price. But still, it's going to be a decent trade, expecting that same thing like you talked about, bleeding all the way down. I'm going to share you sort of an analogy that you talk about knowing who your counterparty is. One thing we used to say on the floor, I still say it time to time here, is imagine a scenario where I challenge you, if you're a basketball fan, I say for every basket you score, I'm going to give you $100, but you have 3 options. You can play one-on-one versus LeBron James, you can play one-on-one versus me, or you can play one-on-one versus a random person, the first person you see on the street. What are you going to choose? No people are going to choose LeBron James. And again, if you're good enough to play in the NBA, go ahead and do that. But there is no shame in just looking at that situation and saying, I'm just going to pick the easiest opponent. And if you think for you, the easiest opponent is on small caps, we know your counterparty, the easiest opponent is trades that or companies that follow the market more like an Apple, that's your edge. You jump to there and don't worry about what anyone else is doing, guys. It's all about making money at the end of the day in the market. So whatever your edge is, I think it's great that you said that and have some contrast to what we're looking at, because it's important to keep in mind. Plenty of ways to make money in this market.
Yeah, we believe we have an edge in the small caps because of the volume and volatility, but also because the kind of player they trade in these stocks, right? So when you trade blue chips, you get banks, you have funds, you have retailers, you have all kind of players, so you don't really can understand what's going on level 2 untimed sales. When you trade small caps, it's much easier to do the tape reading of the level 2 untimed sales because most of the players there are day traders, so you know where they are going to react and how.
Yeah, 100%.
And by the basketball question, I take LeBron because at least for $100 you can play with a nice player.
100% there. I'm going to take some more out on IBIO, but we're getting a lot of questions about INO, which, man, this stock just seems like usually you'd think this would be a rollover situation after the run it's been on. It wants to test the high again. Are we going to get a 35 break on INO? I would have told you impossible after it got down to 25, but once again, INO is on the run. If it fails to take out the high, I'm probably going to be looking for shorts in the afternoon still until it breaks. I actually think I still have an order for a breakout trade long at 34.75, which is the high of the day. So good thing I didn't cancel that one. If it breaks through, sometimes I like those breakout trades. If everyone's going to be doing the same thing, you just do that little scalp in there. But I'm probably not going to be holding it for too long. The only long I have on right now, I just want to quickly update you guys, has been Inversion Galactic. I couldn't find anything that I liked. It did make a nice little bottom. See this little parabolic move it had off the bid. I did want to take this breakout down at 30. I only got it on the retrace. Once it breaks 60, I do have half my position out now in front of 60. I'm going to hold the rest to see if we make a test of this level at 1585, working to the upside inversion. What do you got there, Brennan?
Volume alert here. Lewis here talking about small caps. How about micro caps? Here's another one that's been related to the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine news. Cleveland Biolabs here, CBLI just popping up. Look at the volume coming into this thing. Just broke day highs here through 250 on a nice spike. This thing's up today with that kind of vaccine group coming back to life again, guys.
All right, guys, and here we go again. We'll do a little Superman action for you guys because there goes Apple. So that's a big long. We gave that one to you when it was trading down here. I said, let's wait for 358.50 to come in on Apple, and there it is, $1.22 now in the money on Apple. We'll wait to go long again on a 360 break, but probably going to take some out right now. $1.20 in the money on this name, and yeah, we joined the party on Space back above. Space has been a good stock for us today. However, there we go. Just to get out some Apple right there. Now let's wait for that retrace back through 360. Virgin Galactic. Oh, here we go. I have to zoom in more. We did short this exact level right where it's at in the morning. Cashed out, cashed out, cashed out, and then now got out of our last 10% at 50 for a win. And now we'll wait on that. I know Neil's talking about Virgin Galactic, and there goes Apple out right there. Now we'll wait for a 360 break and see what does happen. Now the future's coming back in. Facebook, we're flat. We don't have anything on right now. We only have Virgin Galactic. That's typical for us through 11 o'clock. We'll wait to see if there's a better opportunity on all these names, but the future's now cracking back down, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot we want to cover here, obviously, but I do want to ask you to tell us a little bit about your experience trading, just because you know, we get traders from in this community that have started a couple of months ago, that have been trading a few years, that have been trading a lot longer than that, and have done many different styles. And look, I'm not gonna date you or anything, so you don't have to tell us anything. But let us know what your journey has been. Maybe the different styles that you've gone through over the years, and how you settled on sort of where you're at right now. I think everyone's always interested to see how another trader has progressed.
Yeah, I think I've been here longer than you are, guys.
Yep.
I've been here from 2003, so it's been a long time since I started in day trading world. And as you say, you gotta change, you gotta adapt to the market. I've been trading in 17 years. You can believe me, I haven't traded the same strategy all the years, right? So from credit trading back in 2003, 4, 5, 6, to some blue chips, some years. Then we go to the financial sector on the subprime crisis. And now for the last 6 or 8 years, we're focusing on small caps with huge volume, and as I said. So the journey is very long, and it's gonna be much longer, I hope.
Yeah, everyone always says it. It's kind of one of those jobs. They're like, once you've been a trader as a professional and as your career, you pretty much never want to do anything else, so it's certainly worthwhile. And 2003, oddly enough, that is exactly when I started, and it's a similar progression for me. I actually also, if you started at that time and you had any kind of affinity for sort of you know, smaller stocks and smaller moves and smaller spreads and risk management, rebate trading, credit trading, spread trading was certainly something that made a lot of money back then. So I started doing the same thing. A lot of penny stocks here I used to look at, and I haven't gotten back to penny stocks aggressively yet, even though you guys have been at, like, I've seen everyone talking about that stupid, I shouldn't say stupid, I don't want me to insult any stocks here, but that ZOM today. And I kind of feel like this was an opportunity missed for me, because I came in thinking, you know, I looked at this a 22 half, and I'm like, if we hold down here, I remember thinking to myself, there's a nice little bounce play to get you to 25. And I kind of mentioned that and didn't do anything about it because I haven't traded in a penny stock in a while. And certainly there are these types of plays here just on different amounts of shares. It's done 60 million in volume, so lots of opportunity to get in and out. It's just a different ball game. You know, sometimes if you can knock off a few zeros or, you know, multiply by 1,000, so in your head it's a price that you're comfortable with, that can be a good starting point. But you always have to be open to different strategies. I think that's the biggest thing there. And obviously, we're both operating floors. I know neither of us have physical people there. I think it's an awesome look so everyone can see what it's like to be on a trading floor. If you could just tell everybody a little bit about, you know, sort of the atmosphere on your floor in terms of traders engaging with each other, sharing ideas, maybe having meetings to learn a little bit more. How was that process for you guys?
Well, right now we are under the COVID, so it's not all of us here, right? But there are some traders here. They are joining us every month, more and more people. The atmosphere is good. We trade all together, but we use headset to connect to each other faster and easier. And if you want, I can show you the office around and some of the traders here. I think it will be cool. So here on my right, you see Paul. He's the Robin. I'm Batman, so he's the Robin, right? You see here Miguel and Mark, and you see it's a pretty big office, guys. Yeah, I think you can see it. We got another trader here. So it's kind of big office here, and we have, of course, meeting rooms and some rooms to do the learning process with the new guys, right? So that's it. That's our office. We're plenty of space. We can be like at least 40 traders here, and I hope we get there soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously we're the same way here. We're waiting for that day when we can populate the floor again, have some of the guys that are remoting right now be able to come back. And it's for anyone that's never been on the floor, it's just not the same thing. We talk about it in the afternoons when we're here. We miss talking the market with some of the traders, even though you can have a chat open or communication that way. It's not the same as having a full floor full of people sharing ideas and their experience, the mistakes they make. We have one of our guys in the chat here, Kevin. If you guys are chatting there, he is trading remotely for us. And I want to quickly, the market's not stopping here, so obviously I want to quickly update you guys just on positions with about 40 minutes to go in the show. I only have 4 things left on right now. One long is going to be in Virgin Galactic at 1542. This one is trying to break 1560. Once it gets through there, I'll actually take some more shares off. I'm not going to be taking anything else out. My stop is at 30. Short VXRT. It's trying to break $10 even. I'm sure here short at 1080. Until it breaks that, I'm going to stick with my 11 stop. And then IBIO made another flush, 242 to the downside. That's pretty good. And Hertz, like, how is it that, I don't know, Hertz is like the most frustrating stock to me. Like, the market's going down. You make money shorting this every single day, at least I do usually, and today is a day that it can't make any kind of a move, so very boring trade for me there. I should probably just take it off, to be honest.
Hertz, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked at that today yet, but we will soon look at Hertz. Where is my Facebook trade? 223.11. I think I should be going. Yeah, that's about right. That's the top right here. We'll see Facebook coming all the way back right now. We did dump our Apple trade, but the market's trying to go, and there we go. So now we go long Facebook now. I didn't think we'd do that today, but we are going to go long now Facebook at this level. It does look like the market was trying to break through. It's just hovering right here at $30 and $3,020. So Facebook long right now, probably not going to be the greatest trade. Breaking through that top, we're going to give this some room, guys, all the way back here, 221.80, just to see if the market does want to pick itself back up here heading into a Friday. So we will wait on that. We are also long Virgin Galactic. I know Neil just talked about that, so we won't go too much in depth with that trade, but what's up, Brandon?
I just noticed this Fastly, guys, a name we've been talking about quite frequently, it seems, over the past few days. Fastly back to highs here. There's a seller, though, that keeps showing up around this area, 84.75, and refreshing. You can see we've been up here a few times today on Fastly. So a little bit of an area, if we do get above it, this is going to be probably all-time highs once again for FSLY, guys.
And I love that shot because every time we show it, you see that bottle of champagne. I'm going to put you on the spot here, Louis. Do you have a favorite?
I think you're going to pop the bottle with me in the show, right?
Well, it would be, you know what?
Yes,
we would love to do that. We got to get to 50,000 because, you know, look, for anyone that's just tuning in, the story is we got put to the challenge by our producer. And if we get to 50,000 before the end of the show, we get to pop that bottle of champagne. The entire crew gets to have it. Of course, all the team that you see here, our production crew as well. So we're all excited for that.
They're
but
thirsty.
If we don't get there, guys, then he's taking it home and he's going to have it over the weekend himself. And again, like I keep saying,
you know what, Neil? If we get there with me in the show, you send the bottle to Barcelona.
Done. Let's go ahead and do that. Why not? But look, we got to get there. You see that bottle of champagne? It's on ice. It's chilled. We gotta actually source some glasses, I do believe. So hopefully we'll get on that in the next 20 minutes because we're at 217 away. You got to be kidding me. But do you have a particular? I was gonna ask you just out of curiosity here. Do you have a brand of champagne that you like the best? I like Bollinger, but I feel like it's only because that's what James Bond drinks.
Not really. I'm not very into alcohol, actually. Sorry, not joining you there.
Okay, fine, fair enough. We'll still sell you a bottle, though. But like, I just want to get.
Check out CVLI. CVLI is breaking highs, and it's gonna test $3 sooner or later. So much volume there.
Sorry, say that symbol again. Which one?
TVLI.
Oh, yeah, of course, absolutely. So I have way too many things on my quote board right now, but I'd want to make sure. Brendan just mentioned Fastly, and of course, it's been a big-time runner. This 85 level that we're talking about, where it just resisted, it actually made a break of this level in the open here and actually tried to get through that 85 one time. So it was a failed breakout through that price, shook a bunch of people out, retested and failed. This should have been a short, actually, if I was looking at this stock right in and around when it failed at 85 again. But when you have this type of a setup, man, I'm really going to like this break if it does have high of day, but I would watch out for the 85 break. If it fails again, that's not a long trap I want to be caught in. I'd rather see it actually take out the high and run into the afternoon, but Fastly's been such a strong stock relative to everything in the market. There hasn't been much better on the tech side. I can tell you Virgin Galactic here for me just finally broke that 1560. The acceleration is non-existent, but it's 11.24. We're in the money on this one. My stop is still down at that 30 range. So it's a 20-cent win right now. I'm looking for an average out. Now that we've gotten half out, I'm looking to just get some legs out in front of this 1590 area. This was that pre-market bottom that broke. Should have had this to the south side when it broke it, but now we got it on the retracement long. The only long that I've been able to find that I actually like so far on Virgin Galactic. Nice little uptrend. It's really not having any kind of resistance, and it's a slow trend to the upside, guys.
Okay, finally, we're back from the dead here. We average into Facebook here, and now it starts to rip northbound again. 50-cent winner on Facebook long, 22,222, 86 right now. So we're going upside on Facebook. We have some orders to go here. Let's just see what Facebook wants to give us now to the upside in this name. Looking like a decent trade here. Facebook has been beat down today. Let's get some out here. Nice little 50 to 80 cent win, depending on where we go from this. But the futures need to keep going. Facebook northbound right now. Good trade, but we need to get some more out as we go. So thank you again, Louis, for coming on the show today. What's the weather like in Barcelona today?
It's hot, very, very hot.
What does that mean?
28, 29 degrees.
You're killing us there. Good. That'd be nice. Wish we had that experience here. Actually, today I think we are actually pretty good, near 28, 29 as well. What's your favorite thing to do in Barcelona? Nightlife? Do you like sort of athletics, anything like that? If someone's visiting Barcelona, what's the first thing they should do, Louis, besides visit your office?
Well, you get a lot of sightseeing in monuments, of course, and all the architecture is amazing here. And the weather, you have the beach, you have the mountains. So it's a nice city to do sports outside and everything. So nightlife, of course. I'm father of family as you are, so not so much nightlife anymore, but it's cool as well, of course.
Yeah, we're locked down some nights there for sure, but family, so important. Thank you for bringing that up. And I just did realize here, this is my trophy. I want to show it to Bear in there. He put Father's Day on the bottom. It looks like 2026, but I know it's 2020, so shout out to my boy there. What's up, Bear? And I know you're, actually he's at swimming lessons right now. So, okay, back to the board with Brendan. Was that what I heard?
Yeah, we're going to check in on Nike here, guys. Just noted they're also planning job cuts as well. That was part of the earnings release to the downside here, but we're holding 95.50. So an interesting level here, 95.50 to the downside. It's bounced off it a few times. Little consolidation forming 96.25, 96.30 to the top side. We are under 200 to go. So less than 200 to go, guys, to get us to 50,000. Louis, I was going to mention as well, the one thing that I loved about Barcelona, and I have to go back there, the subway takes you right to the beach. You can literally get off the subway, walk across the street, and you're at the beach. And the transit system in the city is amazing as well. So highly recommend Barcelona. I love that city. But yeah, guys, hit subscribe. We need to get to 50,000, and we're going to have that for lunch. So help us out. If we don't get to 50,000, our producer's going to take it home, and he's going to drink it himself on the weekend, guys.
We might eat something too, Brendan. I mean, it won't be only champagne for lunch, but it'll be on the menu for sure. We're getting some interesting questions here. A couple of, I want to ask you, is Barcelona going to win La Liga? I don't know if you're a football fan or not there, but if you have an answer, certainly I couldn't tell you because for me it would be the Premiership and Liverpool, and that's to the day I die. But anyways, do you have any opinion there?
Yeah, I have an opinion. It's not very polite, actually. I think it's not going to win because you see how the referees are acting with Real Madrid. So I think it's going to be very tough to win the league. But let's trust it happens.
There you go. Look, I think it's absolutely amazing here. We're having an awesome experience. Obviously, You do run a Day Trader World office. We're all in the same sort of family here. One thing I wanted to ask you about while we have you, we talk about this from time to time when it comes to risk management, how we traders on our system have that automatic risk set up where you have a stop loss for the day and it's calculated based on performance. If you could just sort of give your ideas on why that is a big advantage for prop trading as opposed to maybe say the retail side or sitting at home trading without that type of a risk management system. What are your views on that, just to get a bit of a different perspective from ours?
Yeah, if you want to live from the day trading in the long term, you need these guys because it's going to save you us in some awful days that you will lose everything in a single day. There is only a way to work, and it's automatic stop loss. So you got to set up your daily stop loss, and the software has to cut you down for the day if you get there, because otherwise, emotions in some days, in some moments, are going to play a very, very tough role. So only in my 17 years of career, I've been 1.5 years trading from home with the other companies, and man, that was too tough. You don't want that. You want automatic risk, and you want to belong to a trading floor because you learn so much. You can motivate yourselves much more than trading alone at home.
I did actually, that was actually a fantastic point, and thanks for bringing that up. You actually mentioned about the style of trading that your office has, and I think that's such a huge advantage, like you were mentioning there. If you can bring in 10 guys, 20 guys, 30 guys, 50 traders, what's going to happen is knowledge sharing, right? You're going to share the knowledge. Yep. You may have a strategy, Lewis, the gentleman beside you, so on and so forth. More people, different risk tolerances will breed different ideas, right? And I think that especially we have API connection and whatnot, so you can bring in, and I know you do this as well, engineers and different people that comes through. Wall Street's not hiring bankers anymore, right? They're hiring like high-tech people, coders and whatnot. So there's a lot of
psychologists.
There we go. Sorry, what was that? Psychologists. Yeah, well, Billions, if you watch that show. There you go as well. But yeah, exactly. So I think that's a big aspect. And no, but psychology, you know what, guys? That's another point. A lot of our traders, they'll take some hits, they'll turn to the guy beside them, they'll go outside, they'll take a breath, they'll get some talking to, and a lot of that is motivation. If you're seeing the guy beside you continue to make money, then that'll motivate you. If he's struggling, you can help him or her out as well at that time. So I love the idea of group think. So thank you for bringing that up, Lewis, and I think that's very important that we keep on hiring and keep turning that, because look, we get old. I have you beat by a year. I'm 2002, but we get old and we need to have that fresh blood coming in. Let us know some new fresh ideas. Not only that, but keep the research going, right? Don't be lazy. I know we have families and other people, but you can go out and party some nights, but you have to come in and stay focused every single day. And I know that's probably something that you guys teach there as well. Come in with a fresh head, have your cup of coffee, exercise, relax, but do the same things every day. Get into a successful routine. That's something that works around here for sure.
Yeah, many people ask us, why do you teach if you make so much money trading? Why you keep training people? That's not a source of income so much for you. But we train people because it makes us better traders every day. And I know the guy I'm teaching right now beside me, who is Paul, you've seen him before, he's going to be better trader than I am. So I have some good traders in the company that they've been taught by me. And every time they call me like, oh, thank you so much. You do it for that satisfaction. And because some year you're going to have bad times in trading, and maybe the guy you thought 5 years ago is going to save your ass again, so.
You know what? One thing you said there that I absolutely love, one of the most satisfying things when you're managing or risk managing on a floor is when one of the traders that you were able to mentor that you've come up with does pass you. It's like the greatest feeling in the world. Like, there's no ego there at all. I mean, we've had some traders that we've trained. I don't want to throw anybody's name out. It's not, we're not going to go ahead and do that, Sean. But we've had a couple of guys we've known for a long time, and when you see them break out of all the lessons that they've learned, it's just such a satisfactory feeling. Yeah. But you do need to have fresh ideas come in all the time. And when you bring in those fresh bodies, it's interesting when you get that fresh perspective in the market that isn't jaded by the 2008 financial crisis. You make so much money there, and then you get some ideas about how trading works. Or maybe when you had the credit crunch in Europe, made some money that way. And then people that come up in these different times get different levels of experience, different strategies that worked for them. And then you get that wealth of knowledge for the entire floor. And part of what we're trying to do here with the community is build that same thing. So the more you guys share your ideas, are willing to step up and come in here like we've had these guest traders, everybody step up and do that, because we always want to have different experiences. I don't care if it's 15 years experience or 2 months experience, or you literally started trading today. We can all learn together. That's what it's all about.
Albertsons.
There we go.
Yeah, Albertsons is open there. Yeah, good. Lots of good points there. Just want to bring this to you. Been waiting for this for a few days. Nothing really spicy here, to say the least. It's not really moving. I'm not sure. I guess it might have opened at 25. We'll find out the exact price there. It goes as high as 80.
50s.
I'll take a long if it does break through this top. But right now, not doing much. Just wanted to bring that attention. Very good talk. Didn't mean to interrupt you guys there. But Albertsons right now, I know there's a lot of traders looking at IPOs. We'll take this one if it does break through 1580, now 5.5 million shares. Looks like it was priced at the lower end. I thought, Brendan, maybe we were talking 15 to 25 or so on Albertsons right now. ACI is the ticker, and here we go. Albertson Companies, we are now open on this name, guys.
It is disappointing. No bid. Whoa, what was that seller about? So 1550 was trying to hold as a low. You now see a seller after it broke. Usually I'm looking for a bid, and I know we've been optimistic on IPOs lately. This one not exactly getting that juice. I'm sort of with you in terms of long breaks, Sean, but not at this level. I want to see it break highs, not retake this little low that it had previously. Maybe if we get some buying step into it, it's either high of day, or I see a big buyer at like 15, or maybe reloading at 1550. Brendan, what do you got?
Yeah, it was 16 to 18. They got it down to 16 to 18, but yeah, a little bit lower than that, obviously. They were even saying maybe 16.20 at the open for ACI, but the open there was 15.60, so obviously below that target range, guys.
Okay, we're long. So we're long right now. We'll see if we get a 16 break, and then we'll take it to the upside. Right now, long Albertsons. I told you we go long if it does break that high of the day, and it does do that. So that's my tick right there, 1585. Lewis, you guys trade IPOs at all? I know that's you already sort of mentioned what your sort of strategy was there on some of those smaller caps, but IPOs interest you guys or nah?
Not really. Only if it opens above the price expected.
Right.
And we see the underwriter holding and pushing with big bids. We jump in long, but most of the times we don't. It's too much risky, and we don't have the control of the trade most of the time, so we avoided that.
You just mentioned the underwriter holding, and of course we've all been trading for a long time. Were you trading Facebook that day when Morgan held it with that ridiculous bid? For anyone I just want to let everybody know, when Facebook opened up, there was a big move to the upside. It then came down all afternoon, and Morgan didn't want it to close lower than the issue, and they held it up with like a 5 million bid. It got chewed to bits. They reloaded. It got chewed to bits, and when they reloaded that last time, it was the easiest long I have witnessed in my trading career. Someone literally said, "I'm going to buy this until it closes. It's not going to close lower than this price," and all you had to do was go long. And I think everyone that was trading that day was like, "Yeah." We're just making free money on that, but it doesn't happen very often. But
No,
Facebook, wow.
Okay, here goes. Yeah, no, that was Facebook. Look, I just want to bring this over here, guys. Come to my screen. 16 looks like it wants to crack. Big level there at 16. I'm only long at 85. It would be a 15-cent win. We're going to see if we can't get a little bit more here if 16 does break. Go, 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 go. There it is, 16.05. So nice little break there. Next upside, but it comes right back. So let's get some out now, 16, but nice little break there. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoy watching a nice little level 2 break here, guys.
Yeah, this is not very strong in Albertsons. This is very disappointing for me. I mean, I'm going to take some of my... I took a break at 16. I'm going to take a bunch of it off flat and then see if I can hold some for a bigger move. But this is just not nearly as strong as some of these other IPOs. I'm not loving it. Valeria, what do you got?
Hey guys, you already know that we will be popping up a champagne when we reach 50,000 of subscriptions. Guys, we are very close, just 177 more subs. Someone on the chat called me alcoholic, but guys, it's not about champagne. It's about to have this moment together with you and celebrate our community. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and ask your friends or family if they can do that so we can celebrate it together live. And of course, become our guest trader. Send your request at marketing@tradertv.live. I'll see you later.
Look, people are exactly, Valeria. Very good point there. If you're not like that bottle is one bottle. Okay, there is 6 of us here right now. So one bottle divided by 6. We ain't getting tipsy, but we're gonna have some fun, guys. Hit that subscribe button right now, ASAP, and bang, there it is. There's the bang for you, Lewis, because Look at Facebook. Hallelujah. We hit the cowbell for you guys right now. Facebook, $1 now in the money and running. We just took some out at 223. We've been doing this all day long here, waiting for this to pop. Buy, buy, buy. Out, 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 out. Now we get the pop. Let's wait to see if we get higher than this right now. It bounces off 50. Good little level to take some out right here at that wick, 50. So let's see if we can't get some more out. Nice little out right there. We're going to let Facebook bang into the top side. Also Virgin Galactic, bang, bang, in. Now we wait and get out some of that 70 to 69 was our best out. So it's been a big day here in the afternoon. Albertsons, by the way, long right now, 1585 and some out at 1605. What's up, Mr. Wickens?
Another one we were looking at earlier in the week. I was just getting alerted here. SHLL, this is Tortoise acquisition, just broke 20 there on a decent volume spike. So this was involved in an M&A deal we were mentioning way back at the beginning of the week. So just popping up on a volume scanner. 20 minutes to go, guys. If you're just joining us, please hit subscribe. We would love it if you join us every single day the market is open. We've been tasked with getting to 50,000 subscribers today by our producer. If we do, we get a wonderful bottle of champagne to help with lunch around here. If we don't, he's going to take it home and have it all to himself over the weekend. So help us out, hit subscribe. Really want to get to 50,000 for the weekend, guys.
Okay, two things I want to get to right here. One is finally actually paying attention to ZOM on that break at 25 that we mentioned. We should have been long at the bottom. There's no excuse for that. I know some of you had that long. Great catch. It's done 80 million in volume. It's a great one. Valeria said fantastically, it's not all about the champagne. It's about the community. It's a little bit about the champagne. Come on, guys. We're going to enjoy ourselves, too. It's been a great week, and obviously we spent a lot of energy having fun here on the show and swapping stories, and it's been great having you on here, Louis. I just want to get your perspective. We're only about 20 minutes left. When it comes to trading time frames, obviously we end the show here at 12. It doesn't mean the market stopped, but you might see us slow down at this time of day. Is there anything in particular you look at or a time of day where you say, okay, now we have to adjust our strategy. Maybe we stop trading, or maybe you slow down on how much risk you take. What's your outlook in terms of that North American opening rush, let's say, and then adjusting throughout the day?
Well, it depends on the period of the year. For the last 3 months, we've been trading here for 1 hour and a half before the market opens till when the market closes, and even after the market closes. But usually there is no so much volume in the market, so we are very active from opening the first 1.5 hours. Then we take a break, and then we might come back. And of course, you gotta adjust the strategy of the different scenarios that could happen if the stock is holding in the midday, in the VWAPs, or in the moving average, and you see some potential jet, or it is just bleeding down. So it depends on the day, but right now, for the last 3 months, we've been trading every single minute, a lot of trades, a lot of executions.
Yeah, it just feels like when you have this type of a market, you really do have to take advantage of it. It's not always this way. For anyone that just started trading, meaning like you get this activity, it could last months. I think it's going to last a little longer here in an election year. And of course, with COVID, obviously that's still resolving itself. So volatility is probably not gone. These stocks that are doing 10, 50, 100 million shares a day, they're not going anywhere in the short term. And you got to take advantage of this opportunity to both learn and make that cash. I do want to quickly update one position here. It's going to be VXRT. I do have the short still on here at 1080, and I've been waiting for it to test the low, but look at this consolidation at the bottom. Anytime I see this, it's going to be hard for me not to take something out for the dollar winner and then just get back in on a bottom break. I mean, if it's gonna break that low, I'm gonna probably be able to get back into the short anyways. But if it bounces from here, I'll feel like a fool if I didn't take the dollar at 11.40. So I'm gonna go ahead, and if we can get this out here right around 9.90 or so, it's not actually gonna be a buck. It'd be like 90 cents of a win or 80 cents, wherever we can get out. And then look for the next trade here, guys. So VXRT, it was great to the upside. It's been okay to the downside. Better if we can get this dollar. But Brendan has something for us. What do you got, bud?
Yeah, Louis, just curious. You're obviously in Barcelona and Spain over in Europe. Do you guys trade any of the European markets? We like to talk about some of the top traders on a daily basis here at Day Trade the World. A lot of the times, those markets are coming from Europe. Do you guys look at the European landscape? And if not, how is the time difference kind of influence your daily routine when it comes to trading the U.S. markets over there?
Well, first of all, we want to do that. It's a project that Mark, my colleague, and me have in mind to open the floor early in the morning to trade the European market, but you got to research, you got to do a lot of studies before find out how to make money there, because if you try to apply the same strategy we use in the US market, it's not going to work out. I tried before many years and it doesn't work. So we have to find how to trade those markets, but we have it in mind. It will happen, I guess, very soon. About the time difference, it's cool. We start our market opens at 9:30 in New York, so here is 3:30 in the afternoon, so it's great. We trade from 3:30 to 10. Usually we are here around 1 or 1:30 to do the learning process, to review the trades, to check all the reports and statistics that we have for the new guys coming, the new traders. And then we trade, depending on the day, till 6, 7 in the afternoon, in the evening.
Yeah, that's a good, I mean, look, that's one of the best things, Lewis, and you know that, and we keep talking about it. One of the best things about Day Trade the World is the fact that you can trade all day and every day. And one of the best things about the show, we even have a t-shirt. I'm not even sure why, but guess what, guys? It is fruit salad time, Lewis. So there we go in Barcelona. I'm sure you guys have, that's my coffee, have a lot of fruit there. But today's fruit salad brought to you by the color, get that off the screen. How many fruit salads are being hit here, guys? There we go, get that off the screen. Today's fruit salad being brought to you by the color green. I've been kind of munching this down. Kiwis and grapes and blueberries. So, oh, there's a piece of pineapple in there. The reason why we're celebrating this is Facebook just goes $1.50 in the money, and so does ACI up through 16. But this has one of my favorites in here, grapes. Lewis, you have fruit salad there by any chance? And if you do or do not, what is your favorite fruit?
Good question. I'd say cherry. I don't have right now, but cherry is definitely my...
You know, we haven't had many cherries fans on the show.
I don't think we've had cherries in our fruit salad ever.
No, I don't think cherries are a big thing here, but good call on that.
I think it's very expensive there, right? We got it very cheap and very good quality here.
Oh man, you're making me
no.
Mouth watering. I love cherries. My grandparents, of course, me being Italian, we know all about cherry trees, fig trees as well. Yummy olives. We love olives, but you put olives in fruit salad, yeah, that would be a mistake to say the least. But okay, here's ACI back to Albertsons, guys. Just one time here as we go. ACI just took some out there. We took that break early, and again, there's different ways. I know, Lewis, you guys don't trade IPOs, but just on level breaks, a lot of the time you can get some interest there. So we'll wait for 16.15 to break again on the upside. And this is that banger that we're talking about right now. We love Facebook so much. We go long, 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 long. And now look at this, guys. Celebrating to the upside. Well, I'm just going to hold the rest of this. We have only 10% on of this trade, and it's a big one for us. Needless to say, our space as well. Virgin Galactic, long, long, and not really moving. I love to get out before 75, so there's a couple outs there. 69-ish on that one. But guys, one quick point here, and I know I meant to find you. I saw you guys on Twitter earlier. You know what? I'm going to find your tweet, and then I'm going to come back. So let's go over to Neil right now, and I'm going to put your tweet up on the board, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I'm going to quickly put the position board on. Not much time here left here, so we got to make sure you guys can update and see what's happening. And we are still working on a better and new position board. This is the bottom, a little easier to follow along, so we don't have to do the recap as much. Actually, in the money, it hurts, but by nothing. I'm at 143. It's at 142. Boring. We also have IBIO still short. I do have a little bit at 242. I'm not reloading in front of 250 until it gets past 245. Space, I have Virgin Galactic as well at 1540. I'm trying to run this one up to 16 even. The market's slowly grinding up, but it's a long, slow move to the upside here off of that flush that we had in the open. And I have that zoom, and I'm late to that party. The 25 break was okay. It's giving you a little bit of profit, but it needs to go further than this. The pullback hasn't given me a re-entry on that trade yet, so I'm kind of stuck here with about 70% of my position left after catching that initial break. Brendan, what do you got?
Another one that just popped up on a radar scanner here, guys. SNGX, 13%. Sologenics was up this morning on news about an ulcer treatment that I guess had positive trial data. So SNGX trying to get going back to the upside here, just breaking this little tight consolidation above 215 there. Another one to have a look at heading towards lunchtime. What is it? 12 minutes to go here, guys, before the end of the show. Hit subscribe, guys. We get that beautiful bottle down there for lunchtime. If you do, we got to get to 50,000. We're so close, under 200 to go. Our producer has tasked us with getting to 50,000 for the weekend. Help us out if you can, guys.
I did, Lewis, I did want to give you guys a a shout out. Thank you so much. And we talk about family being important. Obviously, the trading family also very important. If you come to my screen now, guys, that would be fantastic. Here it is. Day trading. So I did want to give you guys a shout out. Anybody looking, I'm sure, Lewis, to get in touch with you. I don't want to say this is your marketing or anything, but I believe they could probably get a hold of you on Twitter. Thank you for this shout out yesterday as well. Day trader, Sean, Neil, Brendan, Day Trade the World, guys. Follow us all on Twitter. Lots of stuff happening. And I did want to give you a big shout out. Day trading. So here it is right here, guys. Follow Lewis. That's okay there if they get a hold of you on your Twitter, Lewis. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's great. Thank you very much. Everyone who wants to learn day trading, we are here to teach them. So join us in the trading floor.
There we go, guys. So a quick little sponsor there. Thank you so much for coming on. This has been a super fun day. Okay, Albertsons as well breaks through. There's that level. Oh, man, I don't want to give you all my trading strategies there over in Barcelona, but there's that break of 16.15. We talked about breaking highs, and there it goes up to 16.30. So a quick little scalp. You do see some size there. I'll probably get out of a little bit more of this trade. Screw that. I mean, no, I will not. We will hold this until 16.50 probably. Looks like it wants to crack this. Just once again, guys, Superman is back in the building. Another 50-cent win on that one. Oh, yeah, by the way, Facebook, in your Facebook, how about that one right now? Why don't you hit that little thing there, Rob, if you can, because Facebook is climbing. And there we go, bang, there it is. We hit that and we go bang on that one. Good graphic. What up now? $2.50 winner. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go, Brendan.
Speaking of day highs here, guys, Sonos just popping up here. New day highs for Sonos. Volume coming in behind this move as well. Another stay-at-home stock just breaking through $15 there, up 8.6% now on the day for Sonos, guys.
And another move up in INO. It's trying to make a run at this top 34. Remember, it tried to get through 34 one time in the pre-market, got to 34.75. That could be a top-end break. I'm going to probably start a position on a 34 break and then look to see if we can scalp it into that high and then take a break of that high as well. So I'll play it both ways here, allowing for both the breaks to the upside. INO is just tremendously strong. We want to make sure we take advantage of it. We haven't really done this enough, guys, and certainly I'm going to throw the coming up for you guys. We do have a video coming out, and it's going to be on share offerings. We try to get as many topics as we can. We're dropping this one in just a couple of minutes here. Valeria will give you on the chat. So if there's any topics that you want us to cover, do let us know, whether it's going to be in the comment section, whether it's in the chat right here, or you can always tweet at us, and we'll try to build those for you. We do it weekly, and then we bring these out every single day for you guys to be able to view and then learn a little bit from, guys. So I think it's really important that we do that. Certainly when it comes to learning, Lewis, we talk about it never being done, and certainly you want to have as many resources as possible. Now, we have a lot of things available at Day Trade the World to us, but when it comes to any of our educational videos, are there any topics that you think constantly come up for new traders or guys on your floor that you always want to have a refresher on, or that you want to brush up on, that come up on an almost constant basis in terms of beginner traders learning?
Yeah, well, for us, the main point is psychology, because we believe that the operative and the strategy and the tactical is very easy, but when it comes to psychology, then it's harder to perform always the way you should and be disciplined. So that's for us is the main point. And we go through all statistics to find out where is the strong points of the guys and where are the weak points of the guys. And we try to avoid where is your weak point. We don't try to become better on when we are doing bad. We just avoid it and we try to focus on what we are doing good. So psychology and becoming disciplined and believing in your strategy is one of the main points.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where I always say you don't really change yourself completely. You accentuate your strengths and sort of diminish the negative impact of any weaknesses that you do have, but you're not going to eliminate your weaknesses 100% because we're not robots ultimately. So you do what you can. When it comes to journaling, I always say to people, if you're going to put a journal, make sure you do record sometimes your mental state. You didn't sleep enough. You had a rough night, whatever it might be, you came in there, put that down because you might find out that there's some important things you can do with risk management just when it comes to your day-to-day. And believe me, it can impact you. So I hope you guys are doing a lot of that as well. It's been an absolutely fun show, guys, but last update we got, we're 120 subscribers away. 120, and can we, there it is right there. You guys can see what we're gonna get. If we get that 120 subscribers, we get to enjoy this bottle of champagne that's up on the desk with Brendan. And certainly the downside here would be if we can't get there in the next few minutes, our producer gets to enjoy it all by himself over the weekend. And it's not that we don't want to have somebody enjoy it. We just want to make sure we can enjoy it ourselves. The entire team here, just to celebrate getting to 50,000. We're very, very close. So if you can do that, hit that subscribe for us, guys.
Okay, guys. Yeah, Facebook, just to give you guys a quick little update here. We are, it does go as high as, wow, 225.14. That was that $3, that was $3 there at one point. So we'll wait to see here. I'm going to give it back to 224 before we break. I did want to talk again about Albertsons because there it is. And this was the thing, Rob, if you want to hit it, we can hit it right now because this just is going up, 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 up and away. No, we're not ready for it. We'll do that on Monday. We'll get that. But I did like that hammer thing there. So we'll get that going. Breaks through 1650. There it goes. We get out there at 40, waiting. We hold 10% of Albertsons left to go. So that looks like a good little trade right there. Space has fallen through space a little bit, not really, but we go long here, out our best out 70. We'll wait on that. But guys, you got to hit that subscribe button. I have no idea how close we are now, but whatever, we will not. We've made enough money today. I'll go to the store and buy some champagne, but we need to pop it. You guys want to see us chug this thing back? Let's go. Just a few more subscribers. 98 is what we're at right now. So yeah, get on the horn, guys. Oh, here we go. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because it may be champagne bottle top popping time. Not for the youngest at heart, but there it goes. Facebook, nice little win. We will floss that off. It's been a roller coaster today on Facebook. Breaks back down through 224 there. We get out off of our 222.50 long. So a nice little $1.50 in the money win for us right there on Facebook. But it's been a great show, guys. Enjoy the weekend. What a fantastic ride it's been today, including with Albertsons. Glad to get that IPO for you guys on the show.
And I can say that all is right in the world. The one position that was frustrating me to the line of winners was Hertz, and it's actually sliding to the downside. So I'm going to take some of this out. It's not going anywhere, and there's no reason to be in it if it's not moving. Every short has been fantastic for us this morning. Of course, you can see how everything has been going. I don't really have much left on. I have some of that Zoom left on the 25 break. I have some Virgin Galactic left. I've taken off, about 2/3 of my position right now. And then IBIO, I have very little left on that short. It's just Hertz that I still have have everything. I've taken a single share out of Hertz, and it's basically flat, and it's just not moving. So this is the reason you got to get out of this one. There's plenty of other things in the market that are going. INO, watch out for a top break. It's still trying to test that top. If it fails again, should be a fantastic short, possibly through 32.5, and then through VWAP as well. So obviously, it's been a great day, Lewis. I just want to thank you so much for being on here. It's been fantastic to have you. Is there any sort of last thoughts you want to leave us with? Or obviously you've been watching along the show and you have a lot of experience. Any advice you want to give? Last advice you want to give to our community here as to why they should be tuning in or what we can do to do better on the show even?
Oh, yes, doing great, guys. I think you're going to be top YouTube financial channel very, very soon if you are not already. You keep us motivated, you keep the people together. So if you are not in a trading floor, something that you always should do, at least turn on the channel and be surrounded with good traders as Neil. So just tell you thank you very much for inviting us. And the guys here will say bye to you guys. There you go.
Hey guys.
See you guys.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Louis, we would thank you for that little show there, and thank you to all the guys there. We would love to have you back on, so let us know when that's an opportunity. Maybe in late July, August, something like that. We'd love to have you back on. You can give us an update on, well, maybe we'll wait until the COVID stuff settles down and you can get some more bodies in there. I know you're focused on hiring, but once again, guys, thank you so much. It's been a fantastic day here trading. I just want to let everyone know we're just a little ways away, 80 away now, guys. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, I just want to have a serious conversation here for a second, guys. Lewis is going to join us for this serious conversation. There is 2,700 and change people watching right now. My guess is there's at least 200 or more that have not subscribed to this channel yet. Guys, if you haven't heard the story yet, our producer is going to give us this bottle of champagne if we get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the show. We're under 2 minutes away from that show end. So please help us out. There's still 2,700 people watching right now. So please, if you haven't hit subscribe right now, guys. We really want to get to 50,000 before the show ends. Are we ready to go to Valeria, guys? We'll get what day it is today, what national day it is. Let's go to Valeria.
Brendan, I think Peter wants the bottle.
I don't know. It's looking that way.
Hey guys, this show won't be over until we reach 50,000 of subs. Just kidding, but actually we're away just 80 subscriptions away. So guys, please subscribe now if you haven't yet. And thank you very much for joining us, for all of your support. Anyways, I think today we will hit the 50 mark. And guys, so we'll see you on Monday. And as usual, I'm saying what national day is today. So today is the National Coconut Day. Whose favorite fruit is coconut?
Coconut? You know what? I don't
It's
mind.
National Champagne Day as far as I'm
I don't mind coconut milk or anything like that, but National Coconut Day.
Coconut water. That's good stuff. Refreshing.
22, but we only have 30 seconds.
Come on, 22
Oh my God, well, so
subs to go.
Oh my God! I guess we might be working some overtime here, guys. If we can, we'll stay on for a little bit longer.
I'm not saying that line until we get to that 10. Ooh, we're getting to 50,000 right here because I want that champagne. I am thirsty. It's thirsty
Neil's
work.
thirsty, boy.
Even ZOM is going right now. You guys got this long at 25. It's about to go to 27.5. You get your 10% return right here, right now at 12 o'clock. So look, we're still catching some winners here. The market's going. We're bouncing to the upside. You got the apple. Look, you got all the longs we've been giving you. You got all the shorts we've been giving you.
Here.
The fruit salad looks tasty, and I haven't had a
is
bite.
in the building.
And the champagne is right there.
Building.
Oh my goodness, we had a fantastic guest today.
We won the champagne bottle in Barcelona. I'm in the show yet, so you're gonna send us.
Oh my God, I have no idea how many we have. I see it. We're very, very close, guys. Thank you again for such a great show. Whether or not we pop it or not,
We're in stoppage time. Don't worry about it. I checked the watch,
Yeah,
and we got 3 minutes of stoppage time that we can work into right here. We've been talking about football. Why not, guys?
Yeah.
We had the stoppage time. We're good to go.
Yeah, there was an injury earlier on when Neil dropped his mic. So we are in 3 minutes of stoppage time right now. Lewis, you're getting a lot of love on the chat. So thanks again for coming through. Facebook just crashes down here, guys. Wow, big move on Facebook. We are out. So there it is. That's our last out at 2:24. It's been a big monster day for us. ACI continues to go. Maybe we don't get it today, guys, but it's been a fantastic day. Thank you for all of the love and the support. If we don't get it today, we will get it over the weekend. But
thank you, Russell Jackson. We're getting close, and I was dead serious about the stoppage time. These guys aren't ending the show until I say that line, so I'm holding off for a couple of minutes here. But also going to let you guys know this ZOM really is going. I wasn't making that one up. Secondary push off 25. You're seeing me aggressive get 15. 15, guys. 15. We're literally right there. You guys will see us pop it literally live on the show. The champagne is ready. We're all very excited, as you can see. And forget about National Coconut Day. It's all about the bubbly, guys, and we're about to enjoy some. If you can get us there, 8 away. Hit the subscribe. We're right there. We have a minute and a half.
There it is.
Good job, guys. We got it. Thank you so much. Lewis, there's some excitement for you live on the show. I never saw Brendan so excited before in his life.
Right?
We've been doing this for quite a bit. There it is. Bang. So there it is. Nice little win. Thank you so much, everybody. So now we got to go. Yeah, everybody light up that chat, guys. We are super happy to do that, and we did hit that. So why don't we head over? We got to start drinking some of that. So Brendan, start working on popping that bottle, and we will head right over there right now, guys. Just going to clear out some of the positions. Neil, Valeria, why don't you guys go over there? ACI now ripping up.
I'm going to get out of some positions so we can walk over here.
ACI taking to the north side here. But thank you so much for all the love and all the subscribers. We did it, guys. Go to that big shot there. When you guys are ready. There we go. Brendan's getting ready to go. I'll join you guys in 1 second.
All right, guys, I just want to say,
What the? Thank God we got that on. Go ahead, Brendan.
No, No, that's not what I want to say. No, I just wanted to say we absolutely love doing this show every single day for all of you guys. We appreciate all of you. Welcome to the family, those of you that have joined us today. I am now soaked with champagne, but it was completely worth it.
And so is the desk.
And
sorry about that, producer. There you go. But here we go, guys. Let's make this real quick for you. I'm pouring like a madman right here. We'll try to get this. Lewis, thank you so much for everything today.
Cheers, Lewis. Cheers.
Lewis, thank you.
Rob, how can you guys come through? Rob or Lucas? Maybe Lucas, get over here quickly.
Get over here, Lucas. One more.
We'll get one more in here, Lucas. I don't know if you want to come in, Mr. Producer Man, or Rob can come in through too as well.
These guys make us look good every single day. They're going to join us here. Lucas and Rob on the production team. Thank you to both of you. Thank you to all of you watching for supporting us. Cheers.
Cheers.
We did it, guys.
Cheers. We finally did it.
We did it.
50,000. It's all because of you guys. And now that we've had our sip, we can finally do it here. Thank you so much. It's been a fantastic week, Lewis. We have to have you back. Everybody is loving you, so we're going to bring you back at some point for another guest segment. But for the entire team here, right down the line, I'm going to give you everybody. We got a good man, Lucas. We got Sean, and then he's running away. He's got to close the show. That is Rob, and if you love those graphics, he's doing it right there. Brennan Wiggins is always looking dapper in that vest. Valeria, give us the heart. There it is.
I
am Neil Roberts, and for our producer, who's not going to have any champagne, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We'll see you next week.
One more, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There it is. All right. Right down the hatch. Yeah.